Disclaimer. This video is for commentary and educational purposes only. All individuals are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Any footage used in this video is obtained through public records and falls under fair use for the purpose of reporting, analysis, and public interest.
Does Javon eat a special bread?
That's what they kept asking me. Javon doesn't.
Just answer the question,
no.
ma'am.
Yes or no?
No, they all eat the same thing.
In the previous video, the interrogation began with detectives advising Gina Emmanuel of her rights. She hesitated, asking whether she needed a lawyer at that moment, and pressed for clarification before finally acknowledging that she understood. The detectives then turned to her background. Gina explained how she had become involved in the foster system, describing the criteria, oversight, and recertification process. She admitted that before adoption, she received foster payments while caring for multiple children at a time. She also spoke about her career in nursing. Gina said she first worked as a licensed practical nurse, then became a registered nurse in 2006. Over the years, she worked in different roles: as a school nurse, a wound care nurse, a concurrent review nurse, and even as a nurse educator. She mentioned experience at places such as Mercy Nursing Home while describing her career path. This foundation set the stage for the detectives to begin questioning her decisions as both a caregiver and a medical professional.
So throughout the day, you were calling to check on the kids, or the first time that when Misty called you to tell you about Samaya?
No, I called around 10.
You called around 10?
Yeah,
Wow.
she said everybody's okay. And at 12, that's when she left me a voicemail on my, I don't know what she was calling. I didn't get the phone call. She left me a voicemail on WhatsApp. She told me that she just threw up and stuff like that. I said, okay, it's okay. And I called. I said, it's okay because maybe the expectorant is bringing the phlegm from her chest.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Do you still have that voicemail?
Your partner took it. Let me look for it. And because I'm treating Jovan, the one that was on the scene, because I'm treating Jovan and I know exactly, you understand what I'm saying?
What do you mean? You was treating Jovan?
No, because of Jovan ailment with the upper respiratory problem, so I know exactly, you understand what I'm saying, when to jump, when not to jump. You understand what I'm saying? So I didn't see any need for me to jump. Let me see. Miss Wynette. She had so many phones, so I have to see which one. It was in this one. Yeah. Just looking for me. Okay. But the guy on the scene, he had it, he took it. He recorded it. Because when I gave him my phone. Let me see something. If I can go back. Let me see. See, everything is blank. I lost. Let me go to the other one. Let's see. It's supposed to be this one or the other one. She has two phones. Oh, my miss. I don't know if it's one of all of my wipes out. Let me see.
Alright, if you can't find it.
I don't know why. Everything is blank. But I had it. I don't know. Message registered. Yeah, but I gave it on the time of the incident.
So what you're saying is at 12 o'clock, when Misty gave you a call.
Yeah, around 12-ish. Around no time. She told me that she just threw up. She just finished eating. She threw up. I said, okay, no problem. Maybe it's the effect of the Robitussin that's bringing the phlegm up. Okay, I said, I was on my way anyway. I said, I'm on my way. And she says, okay. And around 5-ish, she called me and she started. I can use the blanket.
If you need a blanket, I can get you a blanket.
Yes, please.
All right.
And then so she said that, she told me that, Miss Gina, the way I see somebody, you're going to take her to the hospital. I said, is she okay? She said, oh yeah, she's okay. I said, do you want me to call 911? Because I know I was a distance. She said, no, everything is okay, everything is okay, I'm cold. Everything is okay, everything is okay. I'm like, okay. So at 5:30, she called me again. I'm like, That's when I called the pediatrician.
Mhm.
I called Alex. I said, Alex, Maya's not doing well. I really have to take him to the hospital because I don't know which hospital to take him because some doctors they go to a certain hospital. He told me to go to Jackson. I said, okay. So, is it clean?
Oh yeah.
Thank you. I was ready to be warm. You know, when you're in the hospital, they give you a warm blanket. Yeah, so when I got a call, I said, Dr. Alice, I just got a call that Maya's not doing well, that she needs to go to the hospital. And then he told me, okay, I can go in and take her to Jackson. I said, okay. So when I got home, I found Maya dead on the toddler bed. I said, you told me she was, no, I know you were driving. I said, but you could have told me to call 911.
So you're telling me when you walked in the house she was there?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know she was there when you walked in the house?
Because I checked her pulse. She was pulseless. And I started doing CPR and nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at the time, Jamisty was home with you?
Wynette.
Wynette. What's her last name?
Oh,
Jumis.
I thought you said Misty.
No, Jamisty.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was there.
She was home.
Mm-hmm.
And she let your Samaya stay there without calling you and saying that she died?
Exactly.
Really?
Exactly.
What I'm concerned with and what I'm confused about is that you told me a second ago that at 12 o'clock she told you, the way I see it, she needs to go to the doctor.
At 5. At 12:30, she called me. She told me she threw up.
Okay.
And I said it's expected because of the Robitussin bringing up the phlegm. And I said don't feed her anymore. Okay. And I was already on my way. Okay. I said I'm getting ready to come because it was just close to 1. Okay. And I said I'm getting ready to come. Don't worry, I'm coming. At 5:30. She gave me a call. I'm not saying 5, around 5-ish. She gave me a call. She said the way I see her, she needs to go to the hospital. I said, what do you mean? Is she okay? She said, yeah, she's okay. I said, you want me to call 911? She said, no, you don't have to. Everything is okay. I said, okay. At 5, like half an hour apart, she called me again. I said, I'm almost there. I said, is she okay? Should I call now? She said, no, she's okay. Remember, she's with the child. I'm not with the child. You understand what I'm saying? So I can be emotional behind the phone, but I have not seen the child. If you tell me it's okay, I'm listening to your judgment. You understand what I'm saying? So when I got there, Samaya was dead.
And at that time she told you she threw up.
She threw up since 12 o'clock.
Since 12
And she ate lunch, and she also ate her snack.
Okay.
And how do you know she ate her lunch and ate her snack?
That's what was reported to me.
By who?
By Wynette and Ayana. And the only thing she didn't eat, it was her dinner. She didn't eat.
Okay. I'm just trying to find out, really, it just kind of makes me feel like it's a little strange that she keeps calling you to tell you she's okay. Why does she keep calling you to tell you she's okay?
She called me 3 times.
Okay.
I called at 10. At 12, she called me to let me know that she threw up.
Okay.
Okay? After she finished eating her lunch, she threw
Okay.
up. I said, okay, because maybe the Robitussin brought up the phlegm. That's why she asked, did she throw up a lot? She says, no, just little mucus. I said, okay. Not to worry. At 5:30, around 5-ish, between 5 and 5:30, I got 2 calls from her. She said, the way I see her, you're going to need to take her to the hospital.
Okay.
I said, is she okay? She said, oh, yeah, she's okay. I said, do I need to call 911? She says, no, she's okay. You need to come. I said, okay. But the fact that I told her, because she doesn't know the distance that I'm driving. Because at 12 o'clock, I told her I'm coming. So at 5:30, she said that, are you nearby? You need to come because you need to take her to the hospital. I said, is she okay? She says, yes, she's okay. I said, okay, I'm almost there. By the way, as a matter of fact, I didn't even get there. So I get there around 6:45. Because I remember when she gave me the second call, I was right there on 163rd. You see where Parkway is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was. Because, to go from the...
Golden Glades interchange.
Yeah, that's where I was. And I said, I'm coming. And then I came. And when I came, I'm like... And she said, well, I didn't want you to worry on the en route.
So at 5:30, she told you she thinks she needs to go to the hospital. And you made it home close to 2 hours later.
No.
You said about
Hour and
7?
a half.
Yeah.
She
Before
made it
7. I think I got there before 7. Because I think when I made the call was 9. When I called 9 was 7. I was already home before 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. Because when she made the second call, I don't know how I made it. When she made the first call, I was in Okeechobee. When she gave me the second call, I was right there by Parkway.
Okay.
Turning around to take I-95 north to exit on Iveberry Road.
So when she's telling you she needs to go to the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
and then your response is she okay?
Mm-hmm.
What else is said? Is she saying what she's doing? Is she saying now she's throwing up? Now she's doing this? Now she's doing that?
No, when she threw up, it was 12 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, she told me she's okay. She's just laying down.
So what was her point of telling you, I think she needs to go to the doctor?
I don't know. Because she called me and said, you know what, Regina, I think you will have to take her to the hospital just like this.
And you didn't ask as the mom?
I asked her, I said, is she okay?
Okay, right.
And that's all you asked? Not
Yeah.
like, what's she doing? Why do you think she needs to go to the doctor?
When I say is she okay, that's what you know. I said, what's going on? In Creole. You know, I say, ça passe? Ça vient? I said, what happened? What's wrong with her? Is she okay? And she told me, no, she's okay. Just, you know, I'm just letting you know that you're going to have to take her to the hospital. I said, okay. That was it.
And did she describe to you what she was doing?
She said she's laying down.
Okay.
She said she's laying down quietly, but she's okay. And I'm like, why you think I have to take her to the hospital? She said, well, I think you need to take her to the hospital, just like this.
Mm-hmm. And then when you got in the house, you walked in, what did you see?
I saw her lifeless
Lifeless where?
on her toddler bed
And where was her toddler bed located?
in the dining room when
Okay.
she put it out.
Okay. And why was the toddler bed in the dining room?
She put it out.
Who did?
Gwyneth,
Why?
because when she went to lay down, she
Mhm.
didn't want to leave her in the room because she was not feeling well. She put it out so she can have her eyes on her.
Okay. Has there ever been a time that the toddler bed would have to be in the kitchen any other time?
No,
No.
it's always in her room because she peed. We have two. You went. No, you didn't. You saw the room, right? Their rooms.
I'm not sure which one of their rooms.
They have the 3 beds.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because she pees in bed. Sometimes when she pees, she just wet TT. So I put on the toddler bed because of the plastic mattress.
Okay.
Mhm.
And where would the toddler bed stay? In the room?
In the room.
Okay.
4 beds, yeah.
Okay. And you said sometimes she pees on herself. And then where would she
She
have
pees
to-
at night.
At night
Mhm.
on the bed?
Mhm.
And then where would she sleep? In the room or?
Toddler bed. On the toddler bed.
Okay.
Mhm.
In the room still?
Yeah. They all sleep in the room.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So when you walked in the house, the first thing you did was we went to the kitchen.
I went to check her.
Okay.
Mhm.
And what happened?
I checked her pulse. When I looked at her as a nurse, I'm like, she doesn't look good. And I checked her pulse. I didn't see any pulse. I started doing CPR. And I called 911. And then, you know, when you call 911, and I started doing CPR, I said, you told me she was okay, and I was just doing CPR. And I had 911 on the speaker, and I told them this is what's going on. And they came. They came right away. They came like in 5-10 minutes.
Okay. And once they arrived, did you say anything to them about her condition? Like what was going on with her? Did you say anything to them about?
They asked me what happened. I told them what happened.
Okay.
I said, I don't know how she died. I said, this is what happened when I left. And I left her. She was okay. She was doing everything. Even Ayana was telling them. She was eating. She was doing this. She was doing that. You understand? She was not sick to go in bed. You understand what I'm saying? She was up about.
She was up and about Saturday morning or?
Every day. Even Saturday morning, she was not. She was eating. She was playing with them. I think after lunch. I don't know, maybe the time she called me, because I don't know when she went to bed, because I don't know. That when it had to take, because I wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Okay. And so from lunchtime until 7 p.m., her condition deteriorated that much that she passed away?
I cannot tell you, because I wasn't there. You understand what I'm saying? I was in the house. When I got there, that's when I saw that, you know, she passed away. I don't know when, because I know she was up. Ayana told me she was up, she was playing. I know even at 3 o'clock when she had her snack, piece of cookie fell on the floor, she picked it up and she said, you know, you're not supposed to be eating from the floor. They were, you know, they were talking. So I don't know when everything took place. But one thing I know, when I walked in, she was not alive.
Okay.
Let me just ask you some questions, because I saw her and I just have some concerns regarding, you know, all the bruising on her. And I just... I haven't been able to wrap my head up around it as to the cause of all those bruises and all those marks, you know. And you said that you never spank your kids. Okay, so how can you explain the ulcers on her hands and on her knees?
I told you you was not around. She started hurting herself. Gwyneth can tell you. You see her ear, lobe, that happened in front of Gwyneth one Saturday. She just picked on it and then she came with blood. She can tell you she went to the bathroom. When she came from the bathroom, to the point, I thought she had, I don't know. I even was asking prayer for her. You understand what I'm saying? She can say she can go into the bathroom. When she came out of the bathroom, she come from with a pool of blood. But all those things happening when I'm not here. Sometimes. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes I be in my room working, and then Ina will come and say, "Mom, come and see, come and see." Okay? She will go and hurt herself in the bathroom. Okay?
So why would she do that?
I don't know. When I asked her sometimes, "Why are you doing it?" She said, sometimes she said, "Because I miss you, mommy." But I know some of them too when she's fighting with Papa.
But you said it was a lot of blood. You said blood everywhere.
Sometimes, you know, anything may cause her to bleed a lot.
Okay.
You know, she's a child.
And then when you look at her, where would she be bleeding from?
When she has this, like, you know, I don't know what, she went to the bathroom, you're going to see that, I think it was her left or right. She got caught, she did something to the faucet. Because when I asked her, what happened, where did it, she said, here, what we were trying to do, she was trying to pull it. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was not a big stuff, but she kept picking on it. Picking. And I kept, every time I cover it, when I'm not around, she uncovered it. Okay? And then, Renette saw when she did the ears, and then when she's fighting with Papa too, because this is two strong characters, she and Papa. Like, Papa will hit Titi will let go, not her. She will fight back. You understand what I'm saying? But I know she had, I'm not going to negate about those marks on her, but she was self-injuring herself in the bathroom. And even though if not in the bathroom, she can sit here and she does something to her knees. You see her knees too, right? Yeah. And her chest, she was like peeling, you know? I don't know.
So, because it's not just to her knees, to her back of her hands, to her shoulders. She did all that by herself?
The bruise that she had here, it was a fall.
Okay, when?
She fell in the bathroom.
Okay, when was this?
Again, when I was in here.
Okay, so who was there?
Renette.
So Renette was there when she fell?
Yeah, when it was there, yeah. And when she got that, I don't even think Renette saw it. And when I came, she's like, and I'm like, what's going on? She said, I fell in the bathroom. I thought, well, next, I'm showing you guys the bathroom. She fell in the bathroom. And then they will climb up like the bathroom blinds is high. Sometimes she will climb. They will climb up there. Even Ayana. One time I came, boom, Ayana brought the blinds down.
What do you mean the blinds? The curtains?
The blinds, the whole thing, the frame and everything. But it down.
So, being in the medical profession, if you know Samaya is self-injuring herself to the point of where that child had open, gaping wounds on her arm, her hands, the back of her hands, her shoulders, her knees, did you ever seek any type of medical assistance to find out why she was doing it, to see if she needed medication, mental medication or anything?
I was not thinking that way.
Okay.
I was thinking that, it's a child, it's the fact that they told me that they were positive for cracking cocaine. I'm like, you know what, maybe that's a reaction. That's what she was hyperactive. So what I will do, I'll always keep, you got in, right? You see the desk.
What desk?
In my living room. Yes. When I'm working, her desk would be in front of my door. Keep my eyes on her. When she wants to use the bathroom, she will come to my bathroom with me. That's what I'm saying. But I would not even think about that she has a mental illness. To me, in my thought, not my opinion, if she had something, they would have told me. They would have displayed it to me. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't even seek for mental help for her, thinking that, maybe she's going through a phase. You know what I'm saying? Coming from one home to another home, So to me, it was a behavior. Things, but I was not even thinking. I didn't go into that. I think I should have.
Right. Because the wounds that we're talking about are severe.
I know.
Severe. And the thing is that, after Detective Raphael and I spoke with you, you have a lot of years of medical training. So that means you're exposed to a lot of different services that you can receive from medical training. You can get some type of counseling, some type of therapy. They may even have to, like I said, put her on some type of medication. You just decided to just ignore all of that?
I didn't ignore them. I was treating them. But remember, they didn't start as big. They started as little.
Right.
And then she picked on them. You understand what I'm saying? So, but they were not infected.
Okay.
You understand? I make sure that I clean them every day. But the fact, again, because of my background sometimes, I think, I took it overboard. You understand
what do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
Overboard, because you know what? I should have. But because I think I know what I was doing, I was treating them. So I think it was okay. Because, for example, that shoulder here, it was already healed. And she went again and peeled it, pick on it. And I was just like covering, putting, using my nursing judgment where, I shouldn't. You understand what I'm saying? And I didn't know it was that, I saw it. I'm not going to negate. I saw it, but I was just like, I was just doing home remedy, and plus Maya, with you saw this story here, right? Maya is when she has, that's one other thing too. When Maya has something, it takes forever to heal. You understand what I'm saying? With this, it took forever for it to heal. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I know, you have a long healing process. So I was just like treating it. You see the aloe. I was putting aloe. I was putting honey. I was putting first. I put Bactroban, not Bactroban. I forgot the thing. Balmex. Because it's like I pasted. It started doing well, and every time you turn around, she's picking on it. She's picking on it. She's picking on it. Yeah.
So knowing that it's not really helping, because she would keep taking it out and keep peeping it, keep re-injuring it.
That's why I was changing medication every week to see.
Did you ever go? I'm sorry. Did you ever go get a medical opinion about what you should be giving her, like a doctor or a facility?
And what you see, it was just like I can say 2 months, not even 2 months. Everything started when I can say in October. That's when she started having those stuff. Yeah.
October is when she started doing what?
Falling and having those wounds. Yeah, October of last year. It wasn't like something like, it was not really a long-term stuff, you understand, that I needed to. But when I started this, I said it's working, it's closing. She picked on it and then I put it and it's closing. I'm saying, okay, it's working. That was it.
Okay. And you felt as though because you have an extensive background in medical care, that's all you needed to do for her? Is just treat it with Bassett? What do you call it?
No, I use several. I use Balmex.
Okay.
I use Balmex, which is like Balmex. I pasted, to the point it was closed. It was almost finished. Then she went and dig on it and reopened. So then I would put aloe on it sometimes, and I would put honey.
Okay. And honey on the wounds. Did you ever use honey for any other type of treatment, for anything else?
Honey is for everything.
Okay. Like when you say everything, what else would you use it for?
When I gave her the tea, I put honey. Remember I told you honey is good for everything.
Okay. Did you ever use honey anywhere else on her body for any other reason?
No.
No? Okay. What type of things does honey treat that you feel like honey could help you with?
Honey isn't, because I told you as a wound care nurse, when I had big wounds, diabetic wound, there's a product that we use made with honey. Okay? It's also used as an antiseptic, antibiotic. Yeah.
Okay. So you would use it on the wounds. And you said you gave her some in your tea. Anything else you would use it for?
That's it.
Okay.
And we drink, we put it on top of their cereal sometimes.
Okay. And since Thursday, the only thing you were giving her honey for was the tea to drink?
The tea, yeah.
And you were still putting it on her wounds? Okay. And what type of symptoms was she displaying on Thursday? I know you said you took her temperature.
I took it because she was coughing.
Okay.
So I always take her temperature.
Tell me, how was she coughing? Was she coughing like, how was she?
It was not congested. It was a dry cough.
It was a dry cough.
It was a dry cough.
How often do you think she was coughing?
I think I only heard her like twice that Thursday night. Okay. When she went to bed, I heard her coughing, and I thought it was the AC that was too cold. I went to adjusted the AC, and she coughed again. And I'm like, and I went and checked her, and I took her temperature. I'm like, why is she coughing? So I took her temperature. She was like 97. She was in a 97. I cannot tell you exactly point something. I said, okay, she's fine. So she slept through, and Friday she was up. She was okay. Friday night she started to cough again. When she was in bed, I'm like, wait a second. And then that's when I'm like, okay, before she went to bed, she did the first cough. So I took her, bathed her, washed her hair, and that's when her nose started running. And then, so I gave her the tea Friday night, and then she slept through. I think she had 2 episodes of cough that Friday night. And then Saturday morning she woke up, She had one cough. I said, okay, let me give it a Robitussin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When she gave me the cough, I said, let me give it a Robitussin because I didn't want the others to get sick too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then so that's when I gave it to her like 5:30, as I told you, and 6 o'clock when it came in, I told Wynette, you know, what to do, what not to do. Sorry. That is right. What to do, what not to do, because she doesn't want to eat. Don't force her because I think she's coming with a bug. That's it.
Okay. So, speaking with the other children, they said she was experiencing flu-like symptoms a lot longer than just Thursday.
It's not true.
No?
It's not true.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around from Thursday. You're telling me no temperature.
No temperature.
You heard 2 coughs. Friday she's up and playing.
Yes.
Saturday she's dead.
I don't know about Saturday what she was doing. I know she was up and playing. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Saturday you know that she was up and playing. And by Saturday
I don't know. I wasn't there, but I was told she was. Because remember, when I left, I left at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
You know.
And you said the first time you started seeing her pick on herself was back in October.
October when she started having those things, you know, hurting herself.
Okay. Did you ever notify anybody, like with the DCF or
No.
your doctor or anyone to say?
No. Because our doctor's appointment was going to be in December, you know. So I didn't call the doctor. You know, I didn't call the doctor and I didn't call DCF, you understand what I'm saying? But I did talk to Wynette to the point where Wynette was telling me this is what I need to do. I told her I don't understand her behavior and she was telling me do this. I said I cannot do this. You know what I'm saying? I cannot do this. And she started saying,
what do you mean you cannot do this?
No, she was telling me that she said it's an evil spirit getting to her when she's sleeping to put a knife and a fork under her pillow. I said, no, Wynette, I cannot do that. You know? I said, I don't understand. You know, I said, lately this is what she's been doing. I don't understand. And she said, it's an evil spirit. I said, no, I'm not going to do this. I said, what about if she wake up in the middle of the night, take the knife and start stabbing people? You know? And then she would have told me when she's sleeping, go at midnight, pee on her. I said, no, Wynette, I cannot do that.
What?
Yeah. She was telling me all those things. She said, it's an evil spirit because they know my kids. Excuse me, they've been around me. You understand what I'm saying? They know my kids, so she says it's an evil spirit because I said I don't think it's an evil spirit. You know, I said we always say Maya is Maya. You know, because to me, because she wasn't with us, where she came from. You understand what I'm saying? We don't know if she's, you know, you understand what I'm saying? It's different coming from home. What to this one? What to this one? To me, she was just like trying to adapt herself. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, we always say Maya's Maya. Anything, I. Maya's Maya. Whenever she does something crazy, we just say Maya's Maya.
What type of crazy stuff would she do?
Just like, you see the bunk bed? Jump from the bunk bed, jump down, climb up the bathroom, and stuff like that.
Okay.
And when you hear the thump, she's on the floor. What were you doing? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. She's just like a tomboy.
And you would see her injured. You would see that she's injured. And then what would you do? Like, say, for instance, she jumped off the bed and now she's hurt.
She doesn't get hurt. It's not all the time she got hurt. You understand what I'm saying? And when she does, it's not a big, it wasn't nothing big. It became big. You understand what I'm saying? It can be a small laceration, and then you're trying to, and then she's like, you know, she's always, in her stomach, she's always, you know, itching. You're going to see something on her chest, though, right? You see something on her chest. She was like always picking. She didn't have anything on her chest. Happened to be, I bought them something on the 99-cent store. We went, or some store, and they all had those two, TT and Ayan, not TT, Maya and Ayana. They had a reaction to it, and she was just like itching, and I said, okay, we stop, and I put the Benadryl. But she likes to pick on anything. Yeah, I think that's what.
What was it that you bought from the 99-cent store? What was it?
They wanted some soap.
And the soap made her rich? Made her break out?
Yeah, because we went there, they got some soap. And then we bought we went to the dollar store, and then they got some candies, of course. Yeah.
Okay. And you're telling me that she would just injure herself, and you didn't feel the need to, like, maybe call Claudine or somebody from DCF and ask a little bit more, like, what should I be doing for her behavior?
I was always talking to Claudine. We were always talking. I was always sharing pictures, but I never asked them. I never told them. I didn't feel like the need because I thought I was doing something right. That's what I'm saying. I thought I was doing something right, but I didn't feel the need. We talk every time we were in something, take pictures, send to her. We share. We were like friends when it comes to the kids, you understand what I'm saying? But I didn't feel the need to, tell. It's only people come here. I say, look, I don't understand what's going on with her. I don't know why she's doing this. But I said, well, they said that she was positive for crack and coke, and I said, maybe that's what I kept thinking, and then to see their behavior, I'm like, okay. But I didn't see the need to call the CF.
Okay. When they gave you the certification, when they gave you class and approved you to adopt, don't they give you some type of place you can call if you need assistance, or?
Yeah, they give all those options.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, I didn't see that. I was not thinking that she was going crazy. I was not thinking that she needed mental assistance. I just thought, when I brought Papo's behavior, doctor said that's his age, and I'm like, remember, I have 2 kids. One is disabled, and Aisha was never like those girls. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, just maybe. That's her. You understand what I'm saying? That's her, so let it be. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, but this is it.
Okay. So I know that she had marks on the back of her hand, and Samaya had marks on the back of her hand, and also I believe one of the other children, I believe it was Tania.
Tanaya. What happened to Tanaya? We went to Busch Garden. It was hot. Papo, I opened the door. We're getting in the truck to go. And then Tanaya told you she always wants to be with Papo. And Papo doesn't want to. As soon as Tanaya got in the car, Papo got in the car too. Papo and she was jumping at the edge. Because I opened the door before we got in. She was jumping. She was standing at the edge of the door. And Papo pushed her. And then she caught the fall with her hands. And she has this. And then I heard it out. I burned them. I'm like. And the girl was in the house. Would you not see any burns? So when she did this, I thought it was not a big thing, but remember the cement was very hot. It was like 4:30 when we were coming back. And then, so, first of all, she didn't bleed, because you can see the skin. The skin was lifted, and then when she got home, I just washed it for her and put some little Pomex to it, but it was not bleeding. And then, after this, it turned out to be a wound. Yeah.
And this happened in Busch Gardens?
Busch Gardens.
When did this happen in Busch Gardens?
This happened in August.
In August. And you drove from Busch Gardens back home, which is how many hours of a drive?
3.5.
3.5. And then when you got home, you just washed it and cleaned it. And now
I washed it with water, but it was not bleeding.
Okay.
You can see just the skin. It was just white.
Right.
Yeah. It was just white, and then the skin just left, and I just washed it into
and abrasion.
I'm not saying you can say that too, but yeah, but it was blanchable. There wasn't no.
It wasn't a deep abrasion.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, but when she, and then I'm like, okay, and I say, you okay? She said, yeah, I'm okay, Mom, I'm okay. There wasn't anything wrong.
At any point in time, did you ever take the kid's hands and put it on the stove?
I never did. That's what I've been accused. I'm like, how would I do this? That's what I heard in court, that I put their hands in the stove and burned them. No.
Did you ever tie them up with tape?
Never. I don't even have tape. I heard all these allegations that I tied them up in tape. No. I had no reason.
So why would the kids say that?
You don't know Ayana? As I told you, Titi told me. When I was visiting Titi told me that, Mom, Ayana told me this is what I need to do to come to you. You understand what I'm saying? Because she wanted to come, they told her, because I told you Ayana was calling me.
Right.
Okay? So because Ayana now got mad, because the social worker got mad at her, so I don't know what took place. So now it's a new story. As you can see the story, because when everything happened, I wasn't around. So they gave their deposition. Remember? Okay? So now everything changed as of January. Okay? And Wynette changed because I fired Wynette. Okay? So when Wynette changed, and then when you called her, she put me, all the time she was working for me, when you called her, she put you on speaker, and you said, no, Wynette, you need to come here. I don't want to speak to you on the phone. And then because Gina is lying, Gina says she's not there, and she said, I know you're not lying because I was there, but by the time in between, she was stealing my stuff. So I fired her.
What was she stealing?
She was stealing the gloves, the patient's gloves, and stuff like that. And then so I got rid of her, and then so now her story changed when she came to you. So when she came to you, she wanted to come back to me to tell me what she just told you. I said, Wynette, what do you want? What's new? You were in the house, you knew everything. So why you want to speak? I said, I don't have time, Wynette. No, I have to tell you what I said. I said, Wynette, you saw the kids. You were with Maya. You bathed Maya that day. You saw her body, and you were aware, and you witnessed when I'm not used to this is what Maya did. You understand what I'm saying? So, did you ever see me hitting them? No. You never see me do anything. Sometimes, even though I don't go out, you stay in the house with me, with them. You understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like, let me stay. You can come and babysit them for me, okay? So, there's nothing, I have nothing to hide. So, and then she says, no, I have to tell you what I said. I said, I don't want to hear. And Tracy can be my witness. When she came, I said, I don't want to hear it.
Who's Tracy?
Tracy, my office. And I said, Tracy, open the gate for her because I don't want to talk. She came. I'm not going to talk. I was also with another friend. I said, why she want to talk to me now? Why she want to tell me what she said? You should, because when everything happened, I was in the hospital with Maya. They called tonight. They called Ayana. They called her. Okay, different. And then they say whatever they had to say. It's not that, how I'm going to, sugarcoat things right now. You understand what I'm saying? So she wanted to tell me, she said, oh, Raphael. That's why I said, I heard your voice. He said, Raphael, saying that I'm lying, but I'm going to tell. I said, you know what? I don't want to hear it. Mm-hmm. And I left it alone. To the point I thought, I said, oh, they wired her for her to come and talk to me. And I'm like, what I'm going to say? I don't have anything to say.
The problem that I'm having with this is the fact that all of the children, you're saying they're saying something because they want to get back and they just want to make
No, TT wants to come.
Right.
Ayana is mad because when she called me, I let the social worker knows about it. Apparently, I don't know what the social worker told her. When she called me back, she told me that the social worker got mad at her. Now she's going to do what they asked her to do. Mm-hmm. And I said, Ayana, leave it like this. Let me hang up. And I hung up the phone. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? Right. But I didn't know she was going that route. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know what she's been told. But when I was getting visitation with those supers, Ayana now, because she's, I don't know why she said she doesn't want to see me anymore. But at first, you don't want to see me. Why you kept calling me when you understand what I'm saying? So you can say something took place. So now Titi said, Mom, when I'm going to come home, I said, I don't know. She said that, and then she came to me one day, she said, Mom, I'm sorry. I said, sorry for what, babe? Because I took her to the bathroom, to the restroom. She says, Mom, I'm sorry because Aina told me to say this because I want to come home. If I don't say that, I'm not coming home. So I had to say what Aina told me to say. That's what Titi told me tonight. We call tonight Titi.
Okay. So regardless of what they're saying or not saying, what about all the injuries that they have? Tanaya has a lot of injuries on her body as well as does Samaya, as well as...
I told you with Tanaya's injuries, all from Papo.
All of the injuries on her body?
Yes, from Papo.
From Papo.
Yes.
Okay. Do you feel as though you were equipped to take care of these children if they have all these problems where they're that violent toward each other and they're injuring each other and they have sores and things all over and they're bruised up all over the place? Do you think were you able to take care of them?
I am able, but kids are kids. Incidents are incidents. You just cannot, you know what I'm saying?
It's a lot.
Kids are kids.
I know, but it's a lot of injuries.
Okay? Because that's why I told you, so I always have to keep Papo under my breath. You could have been worse, because Papo, you don't know Papo. Okay. You don't know Papo. Okay? Papo is very violent. And Papo is very violent. Even Joe, you see Joe has a scar here? Papo hit Joe there.
So were they not being watched? Like, when would all these injuries occur?
They are watching. That's what I'm saying. That's why to a point, I don't leave Papa with them anymore. Right. Some of them happen in the group home when they go outside and play. Because, at first I was keeping. They said, no, let them play together. Let them play together is more problem. Mm-hmm. So I started keeping Papa again. They kept saying, no, they are siblings. I have to let them play together. Let them play together. I said, no, because Papa's doing more harm to them. They're always coming to me with a boo. When we go to because, where I live, there's no playground. When I really want them to play, I take them to the group home. Okay, where they have all the toys and they're running up and down, up and down. Of course, I'm watching them. You understand what I'm saying? But you don't know. You guys don't know Papo. Mm-hmm. You guys don't know. But you see, right? You see, when he's doing things, you understand what I'm saying? Papo is very, very. That's why I thought Papo had a problem. I thought Papo had more problem than anybody.
So Papo's the youngest, the smallest.
Yes.
And he caused that much havoc on these three other girls.
Ayana is because she has how you call it, eczema. Okay. Or that you see Ayana is because she has a reaction. She's scratching. Papo touched Ayana like a couple of times. Mm-hmm. Not a lot. You understand what I'm saying? But Papo, because since Wynette changed her story, you understand what I'm saying? Because Wynette witnessed. Even Papo became physical with Wynette. Papo would become physical with anybody. Okay. Once you cross his path, forget it.
And once again, like I said, when you receive the training to adopt the children, they provide you services that if a child needs help, if a child needs some type of medical assistance, if the child needs to be removed possibly, if the child needs to have more one-on-one training where this child can stop injuring the other children. You didn't seek any of that out?
I did not. I went to the doctor. I told you.
When did you go to the doctor?
I went for Melvin. I went to the doctor for Melvin. Because Melvin started before.
Right.
Melvin was always a problem.
You went to the doctor for Melvin. But then these injuries occurred after.
After.
Right. So you went to the doctor for Melvin in October, I think you told me. What month was that you took him to the doctor?
For Melvin?
Yes.
No, I went to I've been telling the doctors for the past 2-3 years for Melvin.
Okay.
It's not something.
Okay.
How
old is Melvin now?
Now he's 5.
So the beginning when you started taking him to the doctor, he was like 2.
He was
2 or 3.
No, I had Melvin since he was 2 months.
2 months. But
the behavior started at 2.
At 2. So from 2 to 5 that he is now, he caused the amount of injuries on these 2 older children that you're telling me about?
On Maya and Samaya.
What are you saying that you saw Melvin do to Samaya?
Hitting Samaya with the shoes, with my shoes, my shoes,
Okay.
with my shoes, and he had a belt. He will hit them with the belt.
What I'm thinking is, as a mother, if I see one of my children running around with a shoe,
Just
hitting another child of mine with a belt, hitting another child of mine,
I remove him from, but sometimes they are.
But these are injuries that are being caused.
Okay.
So this is not to the point where you're stopping or preventing or keeping the other children safe. If he's allowed to cause this much injury on these
That's
other
why
children.
I told the doctor about it.
Okay.
And the doctor told me there's nothing wrong with him. He's a boy.
Okay, but then what about with the other children? My thing is, he's a boy. But what are we doing to prevent him from continuously harming these other
That's
children?
why I told you I started keeping him with me now.
Okay.
So
all the injuries on these kids' bodies happen in like one time? I mean,
Not one
like
time.
an ongoing situation, it seems like to me.
Okay.
For what you want.
Maya only had, not Maya. Tanaya. Tanaya doesn't have, I don't know what the picture's showing. I can tell you exactly what Tanaya has. Tanaya has the one on her leg. She was jumping from my bed, from the dresser to the bed, and she caught up in both of them. They were jumping. Papo, they were jumping, and I was in the shower.
Okay.
And I told them, don't jump on the bed. And the next thing I heard, boom, Tanaya fell, and her foot got caught up between the dresser, and she has a little laceration there.
There's one injury.
There was one injury.
Right.
Okay, and not one in the same thing. The back, she got a bruise here and a bruise there from the fall. Because when she fell, I don't know how she fell, but I found her between the door, and then apparently the door of my dresser bruised her. Okay. Both sides. But the hands, she fell. Okay, and you're gonna see she has another one. I think she has one on her forehead. There was a shoe that Papa took. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And
these are permanent scars that we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, Papa took the shoe.
That's occurring in your care. From what you're telling me, by like a 2 or 3, 4-year-old child to a much older.
They're 2 years apart.
Okay, to an older, bigger child. They're getting permanently scarred on their faces, their backs, their ankles, their knees. And there's nothing being said to DCF that maybe you need to get this child or remove this child or place a companion with this child that this child won't.
Again, I told you, when I spoke to the doctor said there's nothing wrong with him.
I know that the doctor told you nothing wrong with them, but I'm saying from the injuries that I'm seeing, something needs to be done. Something needs to be preventing these children from being hurt to the point that they're receiving permanent scarring on their bodies from what you're telling me. You're telling me that a 3 or 4-year-old child is causing permanent.
He was not 3. He was started from 2.
Started from 2.
Right.
That makes it even more like.
And there was one time
he just grabbed his little behind and took him in a corner.
There was one time, cousin can tell you how feisty Papa was. One time, Titi, we were at the group home, he pushed Titi. That's when Titi has this. That's why I took a picture. I took a picture and sent it to Claudia. I said, this is what happened to Titi because Papa pushed him. You understand what I'm saying? But then again, that's why I always try to keep him away. Every time he comes, it's a problem. You understand what I'm saying? And I was trying to keep him away. They said, no, don't keep him away. Let them play. Let them be brother and sister. But every time you turn around, they are playing in the room or wherever they are playing, it comes with a problem. You understand what I'm saying? So, I could have preventing those cars from not happening. However, when I was like holding on to him, they kept saying, no, don't hold on to him. Let him play with his siblings.
Who's they?
people around me, even the doctor. Dr. Alex told me that. I said, no, he's a playful guy. Let him be. I said, but no, look.
So you're telling me that you took Melvin to Dr. Alex.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm saying his name
Alex,
correctly.
yeah, you're right.
Dr. Alex.
Mm-hmm.
He told you let them play,
Mm-hmm.
and he saw these injuries on these other children, and he didn't say something's wrong, something needs to happen.
He didn't see them because they were not with me. Okay. Only Papa was with me, and I was explaining what's going on.
Okay.
You understand?
All right.
I was explaining.
Okay. Because my thing is, as a medical professional, you see someone causing permanent injuries to other children. DCF provides you with several opportunities, several options when you're adopting children. You have the training, so you know that there's numbers that you can call if you need help. You have the medical training, so you know all the options that you have. And you just chose not to do anything?
I didn't choose not to, but because I told you again, the doctor told me it was okay, it was an okay behavior. You understand what I'm saying? Even when I was asking if he can have like how you call this? When you have somebody come with somebody come to work with you.
An aide?
Not an aide. A therapist.
Okay.
Yeah. I request for a therapist and he says, no, it's normal, let it be. But I said, no, he's hurting the kids, he's hurting me, he's hurting everybody. You understand what I'm saying?
But Dr. Alex is not a medical professional.
He's a pediatrician.
He's a pediatrician.
Yeah.
And you're asking him about a mental issue?
I was telling you about the behavior.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? The behavior, because he's been seeing Papa since Papa was 2 months.
Okay. And you asked him whether he should receive a therapist?
I asked him, can he be tested and can he receive therapist? You know, do you think I should ask? He says, no, Papa is, because, if you know the child, yeah.
Right.
But then the doctor's not familiar or not aware or has not been told or has seen the injuries that this 2, 3, 4
But even with the
child...
doctor, he attacked the doctor. You see, I can tell you that when they came to the house, the William came, Papa attacked him. You understand what I'm saying?
Who came to the house?
William, the
William.
DCF.
Who's that?
DCF caseworker. When he came that night, he came. The first thing Papa took the water, started throwing at him. He said, "I'm gonna pow you." You understand what I'm saying? When he witnessed, I say you witnessed, you saw how Papa's behavior is. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is, I always have to hold on to him now. I'm like, you know what? Hold on to him. Or if I'm going out, I cannot take him with me. I'll take him to somebody else to watch over him for me. And when he goes there, he hit the people. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm aware, but when I asked, I said, would you please test him for this? He says, no, Papa doesn't have anything.
Okay, so who is the other people that you took him to that he hit? That can corroborate that, hey, yeah, she brought him over here, and he started going crazy, and he hit me.
Yeah, I can tell you.
Who?
I can tell to Ketley's house.
Who's Ketley?
That's my friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've taken Papa to Ketley's house, and Papa has acted up at Ketley's house. Okay, so if we go find Ketley right now, Ketley's going to tell you, yeah, I remember this kid coming over here, and he was...
He'll tell you.
Okay, what's Ketley's number? And she's Ketley what?
She's Asse también.
What?
Asse.
Spell that for me.
ASSEZ.
SEZ. And she have another name?
She has another name.
What is it?
She has a center with this lady, Milan. But her name is Ketley.
Okay, are they related?
No.
Ketley Asse.
Yes. This girl, she's African.
Merlin?
No, this one, she's African. The first one, she's African.
Okay.
So, Ketley will be able to tell us.
Yes.
On one occasion.
Several occasions.
Okay.
Because she was at my go-to person.
What would she be able to tell us? What would she be able to tell us?
Tell you about Papa's behavior and about the girls' behavior and everything.
So you would also take the girls to this person's house?
Sometimes, yeah. If I leave the girls, I take Papa with me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have somebody at the house and I have to go to a place and I cannot take all of them. I will leave the girls for a second and then take Papa with me.
When was the last time they saw Ketley, the girls?
They also kept the November.
In November she saw them? Did Ketley ever ask you about the wounds on somebody?
She's over. I told her.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you tell her?
I told her what happened. She's very close to me. I told her this is what happened, and as a matter, she also tell me what to do. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? What did she tell you to do?
The treatment.
Okay. You still need the number from that phone?
Wait a second.
Miss Emmanuel?
Yes.
Okay. Are you texting someone?
No, I didn't text anybody. All my texts are coming up.
Okay.
I had text Renette to get the voices. I put hello when I was looking for the things for me to see if I can retrieve the messages. And I text on both. Where is right here? There was it around like 5:04.
Okay.
Because I wanted to get the messages. Okay. And Tracy can tell you to that because sometimes Tracy end up watching them for me at the go home.
Okay. So I know you said that you would take the kids to Busch Gardens from time to time. What other type of things would you do for fun or to reward the children?
I told you Busch Gardens. We go to Disney World, and I'll take them to the boardwalk, which they love. And Olive Gardens, they love eating there. Most of the Saturday, that's where we go. And I will take them to the park across the street because Papa's already wanted to play soccer. Yeah. So Papa was at the league, and then while Papa was at the league, they were playing on the other side. And then they love going to church. Sometimes I take them to church, and then that's pretty much it. And then I take them to Vizcaya, that place next to Vizcaya.
The planetarium?
Miami Square.
Miami Square.
And the zoo.
Okay. And did anyone ever ask you what was going on with her dressing? Like, why was Samaya taped up and bandaged like that?
Everybody's aware. All my surroundings are aware what was going on with Samaya's, And it was not something long. It was not a long term. It was not something, But everybody was, everybody knew what was going on, including Renette and Ayana.
Since Samaya was, like you said, you would say Maya is Maya. Like, say she had some pretty, off the wall, a little bit more.
When she does that, and Ayana said, we saw your thumb. I said, what happened? She said, Maya is Maya.
Okay.
And that's it.
So all four of the children, do you think Maya behaved the worst?
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm not saying that. They all have their moments.
Okay.
They all have them, except for Titi. Well, they all have their moments. They all have their moments. I'm not saying that.
Have you had to discipline Maya differently than any of the other children?
No.
Okay. And how would you punish them? I know you said you don't use corporal punishment. How would you punish them?
Taking things away from them. Okay, for example, if they were supposed to play or we want to go out, I just don't take you out. And sometimes, if I'm not taking you out, if I don't have a babysitter, I will drop them. I will drop the person in question to this house or to my mom's house.
Okay. So you would take the kids sometimes to be seen at your mom's house?
Yes. For
your mom to see them? Okay. And who else? The other person that will watch the kids?
Kathy.
Okay.
And then Tracy.
Okay. Just to touch on the incident, what happened when you said Melvin pushed
Ayana
out of the car? Tanaya out of the car.
Titi.
You said that happened in what month?
August. That's when July, August. Yeah.
Okay. And did anyone see those injuries at the time other than you?
They all saw it. My mom saw it. My mom was asking Titi, what happened to you? And she said, I fell down.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did DCF ever mention anything to you about that?
DCF?
Yeah.
DCF was not around.
Okay, no, but did DCF ever become involved or see those
injuries? Any of the injuries?
After Samaya's death.
After Samaya's death. So prior to Samaya's death, had you ever had any other interactions with DCF?
No.
About the children?
No, never.
Okay. Did they ever ask you, anyone from DCF or anywhere, about how Tanaya received those injuries?
I told them.
Okay. Who did you tell?
When they called me, when Samaya died, and then when they called me, I went to CPS, and then they were asking me, and I told them, and they asked Tanaya, and I told them what happened. Okay. And what's her name told her, Ayana also told what happened. That's what I'm saying. And then then DCF came, did everything, and DCF told me that they sorry, they know I didn't do it. The lady was just crying. She said, but they were pressured. CPS said they had to remove the kids. And I'm like, okay.
And who was crying?
The supervisor of DCF, Denise, Miss Denise.
Why was Miss Denise crying?
Because she felt like that I didn't do it, because she had the kids the whole time, and she was testing them. She said the kids are well trained and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then so she said, I don't think you're doing it, but if they did not remove the children, they would have lost their jobs. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's what Alex, not Alex, Mr. Williams told me.
And what was the reason that they told you that they would have lost their jobs if they didn't remove them? Why?
Because they didn't feel like I did those injuries, because he witnessed when he came to the home too how Papa attacked him. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then he didn't feel like I did it, but they pressured them to remove the kids. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Right. Once again, the problem I'm having is to be pressured to saying one thing, but they have so many injuries that are consistent.
I understand.
They're saying,
and you can even call them. I have their number.
Oh, who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the caseworker.
No. I'm not talking about them. What I'm discussing is the fact you're telling me that the kids are lying. However, the kids have injuries that are consistent with what they're saying happened. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Ayana's lying. Tanaya told me that Ayana told her what to say.
Okay.
Okay, when I see her on my Wednesday visitation, she says, Mom, this is what Hannah told me to say that you burned me, you this.
Right. So whether she told her to say that or not, she does have burns, correct?
It's not burn mark.
On whose hand is not burned?
Tanaya's hand is not burned. Okay. Because I told you, when she fell, probably from the hot floor, you understand what I'm saying, from the hot cement, but Tanaya was never burned.
Okay. So you're saying that although she's telling us she was burned, and she has injuries that are consistent with what she's saying is burns, you're saying no, it wasn't burned. The 2 or 3 year old child pushed her from the floor, and then she got permanent scarring on her hands to the ground.
Papa was 3.
Okay, 3 years old. Mm-hmm. He pushed her, and now she has these scars.
Remember, she was jumping. Okay. And then Papa came to the back, and then and then he was unexpectedly.
So why does Samaya has injuries to her hands?
Samaya has injuries here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Samaya also has injuries inside the palms of her hands.
Samaya has injuries because she's picking. That's what I'm telling you. She has here and there too.
Okay. So now she's picking inside of her hands too?
She started, you know what she started having? She started having water blister. You know what water blister is?
No, educate me.
Okay. Water blister is like when your skin you have water, your body cannot get rid of the water, you're starting having little blisters.
Right.
Blisters. That's what she had. Mm-hmm. And then she picked on it. Because even here, when she woke up, it was like very big. And Watson saw it with it.
Okay. These are some of the pictures that we're discussing.
That's Samaya's. That started with a little blister, and then she picked it. You want me to pull a picture on and the internet to show you how it started?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sure, yeah.
Did you take pictures of it when it first started?
No. Okay. But I'm going to tell you how it looked at when it first started.
How's that? You're going to go on the internet and
pull your picture. Show you how it started.
And pull this picture?
No, pull a picture how this started.
Okay.
But from a different child, not from Samaya?
Samaya.
You have a picture on your phone for Samaya when this first started?
No, I didn't take any picture, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to pull a picture from the internet to show you how it started. And then when she picked in it, it became like this.
Okay.
And that's why I was putting the Bombex. This is how it started. Like this. Because when you put the Bombex, it dries it. It dries the fluids in there. Okay? But when it's dry, she started picking, digging on it.
So what's the name of that?
Water blister.
A water blister.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you're saying on both of her hands she had a water blister that started and she started picking. Okay, so the inside of her hand looked like this.
That's a water blister again, she started.
And what's this?
I don't know.
There's a whole area in the middle of her palm
she didn't have, you know they can take any pictures, you know that?
I'm sorry?
Yeah. I know she had water blisters in her hands, but
because this is scarring. This is the day that we found that Samaya was pronounced deceased.
Okay.
So You had just left the home and this child at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and this is how she was found at approximately 7 o'clock at night. This is a scar that had to be on her arms, her hands, prior to that.
Of course.
Okay. And do you see the spacing to these? It seems like a pattern. Do you see what I'm saying? Is at the palm of her hand here, in the middle of her hand there.
It's not the same hand.
Let me give you.
It's the same hand.
Let's see.
It's the same hand.
Right. So this is one hand.
That's the left hand.
That's the left hand. Yeah.
Okay. These are injuries to her fingers. Same.
Was this a water blister? What are these?
These were, I don't know, from the bathroom. She got it from the faucet.
How can you get that from the faucet?
The faucet is, she was trying to. Because when she came out to her what happened, she told me that it's from, she was trying to pull the faucet. Yeah, it's the same hand. Same hand.
Okay.
Same picture.
I'm just showing you how severe these injuries look. Okay, so this is a different hand.
That's the left hand.
This is the left hand. This is the left hand. This is the same picture. This is the right hand. Yeah.
That's blood.
I said I don't know about this part, but I know about this part.
What do you know about this part?
This part, that's when she's with the blisters. She had it in and out, and she picked on them. And then when I put the zinc in here, zinc oxide, that's not what I was trying to look. Zinc oxide was able to dry this, but on the hand she was like picking them up.
We're being told that that was from an incident where Samaya's hands were placed by you on the stove.
That's what Tracy. That's what Ayana said, because she was stealing. I placed her. No, I would never do that.
I'm going to show you some pictures from
Tanaya.
Ayana. These are Samaya. These are pictures from Ayana.
What's that? Her arm, leg.
That's an arm.
I didn't even know Ayana had stuff on herself. What is this?
I was hoping you could
That's
tell
her
me
arm?
some of these injuries.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Because remember I told you I don't know about Ayana, because I know Papa did her once, but it was not any injury when Papa did her.
Okay.
And I know she had the irritation. Yes, exactly. When she went, the whole thing here was lifted.
The whole thing was lifted?
Yeah, the skin, I told you, was blanchable, but the skin was, peeled off, and I was able to, that's when she caught the fall. Yeah.
And
Was it on the gravel?
Gravel.
When she fell?
It was gravel, and it was hot.
But then this is Tanaya's fingers that look very similar to what Samaya's fingers have.
Tanaya's fingers.
Look at the blistering or the injuries to the fingers that also Samaya had.
What are these?
Don't worry.
Spam. What are these?
These were from the second fall. When she fell, remember I told you the second fall, she had the side, that's when she got her fingers. I cannot explain how she fought, because I know how she fell, because I know she was jumping from one side to the other side, and she got caught. You understand what I'm saying? But I was in the shower, and I heard them, and I said no. But when I heard the cry, when I ran, I saw that she was, that's when she got those things on her hands. And you're gonna see Papo has something. You don't see Papo? You guys will take Papo's pictures?
We saw Papa as well.
Okay.
Okay, but from what you're telling me is when her hand, Tania's hand the skin was all pulled off.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying this happened from, right, because we're talking about the hands now. We're talking about the injuries on the hands. You're telling me this happened when August. She fell out of a car that Melvin pushed her out of. Okay, so why is Samaya having the similar injuries to her fingers?
Samaya had water blisters.
Okay.
But they're not the same. It's two different things here.
They look very similar on this. Two different fingers, two similar fingers is happening on.
I see two here.
Right, and I see two here.
You said two similar fingers.
Two similar fingers on this child's hand, and two similar fingers on this child's hand have these marks or bruising or abrasions with what appears to be burn marks.
But it wasn't burn. This, I can tell, it's water blisters.
Okay.
And I have witnesses.
What's the cause of water blisters?
Anything can cause it. Anything can cause it. Anything can cause it. There's not a specific cause.
The thing is that if a child is saying that this happened, you have injuries that's consistent with what they're telling you happened. You have more than one child with similar injuries. So it's not like, it's not like one child is making up the story and it's, you can't prove it one way or the other. But you have two different children with two similar injuries that's telling you two accounts of what happened.
But
the same account.
This is not burned. This is like
But they're both saying that their hands were placed on stove.
Kids can say anything, right?
Right, and then they have the injuries to also show that they were
but
injured.
This is not burn mark.
Okay.
This is not burn mark, and this is not burn mark. That's what I'm trying to tell you, because it's the fall. She's trying to cut the fall, but here is when she fell between. You were not in the because my dresser is like wood. It's very heavy, and then they opened the door. They were like, and she got caught in between. Okay.
And that caused this.
She got this, and she had the back, and she had the leg. When she had a bruise, like a dark. When you got hit from something, and then it's not open, the blood is underneath it. That's what happened.
Okay.
Then that happened, I think, around October or November.
This is Tania's hands.
From the fall.
This appears to be some type of bruising. I believe it's I know this one is to the back. You can see clearly it's to Tania's back.
That's what I told you. From the back, her leg and her hands when she fell. Remember I told you that? She had something on the back, on her leg.
Yeah.
Remember I said that.
And this was caused from the bed?
No, she fell. She was jumping from the bed to the dresser. And they left the door because my dresser has a door. So from that, and when she fell, she caught up. You have to come see. I have to see. I don't have a picture of my bedroom.
Do you have pictures of the bedroom?
I don't have a picture of them. You guys want to take pictures?
I'm going to go check my computer.
But you guys did a search on YouTube pictures.
I believe I do. I don't know. Of the bedroom.
And another person that Merlene.
Who's Merlene?
She knows what's going on. Let me give you her phone number.
You already have Merlene's phone number, don't you?
No.
No, we got Merlene.
Merlene.
I don't know if I have the bedroom if I make.
Okay, you see? Down here there is a door. Those two. They were jumping from here to there, from here to there. And I told them, I was in the shower, I told them no. I went back to the shower, they opened the door. Boom, both of them, Papa and Titi. And then when they fell, when I caught her, she was in between the door. and her head was in there. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Explain to me. You saw TT and Papo jumping from this dresser onto this bed. And when you walked in the room, how did you find?
No, I was in the bathroom, about to take a shower, and I heard them. And I opened the door. I told them not to do that. Okay? I sent TT away. I said, TT, go to your room. And I went to take a shower. When I was taking the shower, I heard the cry. When I came, it was TT caught in between those two doors.
Okay. And then what happened? She was injured to the point where she has this scar on the back of her back.
And then it's a bruise, but you can see it was not open. It was dark.
Okay.
It was very dark, and it was on one of her leg, and then the back and the finger. I don't know how she felt.
Okay. And what did you do when you saw that?
What I did, I asked her if she's okay, and if she was okay, and I gave her. She said it wasn't any pain. Okay, and that's when I put the zinc oxide on it, and then I put the zinc oxide on here to dry everything on the leg and her back.
Okay. And you're telling me that the picking situation didn't start on Samaya till October?
Yeah, that's when she started having everything. Yeah. She was having little things, but they were dried out. But her constant, picking, it was in October.
Okay. Did she have an inclination to fall, or what was her reasoning for having all these injuries?
I don't know if she had a balance problem. Because at the beginning, when I was reading her stuff, I thought she was having hearing problem.
Okay.
At the beginning, but when I finished reading the story, her report, she didn't have any balance problem. But she was always falling. Even when she used to come and visit at the house, she was always falling.
Okay.
It wasn't something new.
Okay. So when you say she's always falling, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, she just walk and fall, or was she? How was she always fall?
Running and fall.
Okay.
Yeah.
More than the other children?
More than the other children. That's why I said when first I thought she was there, I said maybe she is, because why she's always falling, to me, was a balance problem.
Okay. And what did you do to treat that balance problem?
It's when she started doing anything, because she tested for it. She did test, and they found out that she didn't have any problem. You understand what I'm saying?
When did she ever test?
She was tested before she came to my house, because they gave me the report prior. She came to my house.
Okay.
Yeah, so they thought that she was deaf, and then they ruled out that she wasn't. But I can see her, she fell more than the others. She was falling more than the others. It was not something new. She was always falling.
And you said they saw she was deaf?
They did a test. Yeah, they thought that she was. They did the exam, because they gave me the report. Don't ask me, because I don't know where the report is now. And then they did the report. They said that they ruled out that she wasn't. First they thought she was having hearing problem. Mm-hmm. Well, when they did the test before she moved to my house, and they said that she didn't have. Even when I took her, that's when I went in and read her report. Because when I took her to Bethany, and it was telling me that we were talking to her, she's like, and I'm like, I think she has a hearing problem. Bear with her for me. But they said okay. So when I went and read the report, she didn't have any hearing problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So October this happened. October you started noticing her having issues with the
self-injury,
but
not falling. Falling was chronic.
So these gaping wounds started in October, 1 month before she
expired. Yeah.
Okay. And prior to that, she would just fall a lot.
She fell. She was playing. She fell.
Okay.
She fell.
All right.
She fell at school. She fell in the background. She fell outside when she's playing.
And I know you mentioned to me that after she passed away, you found out that Javon also had pneumonia. Mm-hmm. How did you find out Javon had pneumonia?
Because she had pneumonia. I didn't know. So I went in to all of them to be checked. And Javon was diagnosed with pneumonia. Okay. And Javon had no symptoms. Okay. And I took him I called the doctor, I took all of them, and they did an X-ray for Javon. They said, hey, take him to the hospital right now because he has pneumonia. But he had no symptoms, no coughing, nothing.
Okay. So I know that you said Javon didn't have any symptoms, but the other children are saying that Samaya had symptoms, that she was in bad shape, that she wasn't doing well.
They can say whatever they want to, but I know the truth. You understand what I'm saying?
But the thing is that, Samaya's deceased from her. Did they say do you know how she passed away?
They say pneumonia.
Pneumonia. They told you she passed away from pneumonia. Okay. So.
And that's why I took all of them, because she had it, we didn't know, so we all went and got checked. Because this is the thing, I started with the flu. Okay, I started with the flu. I started having a flu-like symptom, and then I had mine like Tuesday and Thursday. I said, well, maybe she's catching my flu. You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't really, think it was pneumonia, and she didn't give me any symptom of pneumonia and stuff like that. But Jovan had pneumonia and was treated.
So after Samaya passed away, you took all the other children
to the doctor.
Tanaya,
all of them.
Which doctor did you take?
Dr. Alex.
When did you take them?
I took them the same week that Maya passed away.
Okay. Did Dr. Alex examine each child?
Yeah.
Who did he see that day when you took them?
He saw all of them. He saw all of them.
Just tell me which ones did he see?
Tanaya, Melvin. Well, Melvin, I took Melvin prior. I took Melvin to the ER first. He saw Tanaya, Ayana, Melvin, and Jovan saw his other doctor, because Jovan now they see him in the adult part. Jovan saw Dr. Castagnaro. And then that's when he did the x-ray. Then he called me and said, take him to the hospital right now because the x-ray is showing pneumonia.
Okay. And so when Dr. Alex saw Tanaya, Ayana, and Melvin, after November 3rd, because Samaya's already passed away, did Dr. Alex mention anything or ask you any questions about how the kids had so many injuries on their body?
He didn't say anything.
He examined those kids?
Yes, he did.
In November?
Yes.
Which Dr. Alex are we referring to?
Dr. Alex Pierre.
Okay. And you showed them, or you contacted him after Samaya passed. You took them to his office?
I called the office and make an appointment.
Okay.
It's like a clinic.
Okay.
I called the clinic and made an appointment, and I took all of them.
Okay. And once he saw them, did he say anything to you about their condition at all?
No.
Did you discuss with him that Samaya had passed?
He knew, because on my way, when they told me that Samaya wasn't doing well, when I said that you were here when she wasn't there, I called him and I said that Samaya's not doing well. I heard, so I have to take him to the hospital. Which hospital would you like me to take him so you can see her? He told me to take him to Jackson. So he was aware.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any other questions? So, this is the close-up of the dresser that you was talking about, right?
Yes.
With television?
Yeah.
Okay, did you find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But those two doors, you see those two doors?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where she got caught.
Okay. The situation that we have here is we have the stories that the kids are saying, plus your story, plus the evidence that we have. Okay. In order to determine the veracity of what you're telling us, would you be willing to give us a polygraph?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Sure.
So that way, it can corroborate everything that you're saying. I mean, if you don't have anything
The way
to hide.
I say the story, I see why she doesn't want to see me anymore, because
Why?
Because she's been saying too much. You understand what I'm saying? Because first she said, when you gonna come and get me? When you gonna come and get me? Why you gonna call me twice if I was so bad? You understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, be patient. And she said, I'm gonna do what they told me to do. What Fedlin told me to do. Okay, I said, okay.
Who's Fedlin?
That's the foster mom. I don't know. And then so the thing is, she doesn't want to see me because she went away. She went ahead with everything. Okay, because she said that they were living in a dark light. They never go out and stuff like that. So when there was the first allegation, I never took them out. So when I went to court, I showed them the pictures. I showed them the past. Now it's another allegation. You understand what I'm saying? So and I took them I took them out all the time. But once I'm done working, and I have to go out. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is, with Ayana, because you don't know Ayana, the social worker can tell who Ayana is. She's like that. This is Ayana. When Ayana first moved to my house, Ayana was telling me all kind of stuff about her mom.
Don't worry. I want you to pay attention to me.
Right.
So I'm going to move the phone.
Yeah. And then so Ayana was telling me all the story about her mom and stuff like that. So when I brought the mom in, the mom said it's not true. You understand what I'm saying? But Ayana is Ayana. Ayana is a child. You understand what I'm saying? So mom.
What kind of stories was she telling you about the mom?
She told me how her mother used to treat her. Her mother was not. She used to go to people's house, scrubbing the floor for $1, and then mommy would not give her food. Her mother used to spank her. Her Melvin's father used to spank her and stuff like that. So and I'm like, when I called Jessica, I said, Jessica, and Jessica said, it's not true. I don't. In front of Ayana. And then Ayana started crying. She said, Ayana, why you have to lie? Why you have to lie? And then she said, she didn't say anything. And then she said, oh, well, I had a dream that I have to come to this house, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, to make a long story short, I'm willing to do whatever you guys want me to do.
Okay.
Because, I know my hands are clean, and I didn't do anything.
All right. So,
you going to do it now?
Yeah, we're gonna call the guy, and like I said, if you want to do whatever to clear your name, then that's the easiest way to do it.
Oh, please, I'm going to put my life in my.
All right, give me 1 second. You sure you don't want any coffee?
I want to pee again.
All right, yeah, no problem. Let me let my partner take her books and put them away. And
you want me to wait?
Yeah, just give us 1 second.
Okay.
Hi, Gina. I did the review on your test. Okay. Remember when I told you that the importance here was for you to tell me the truth. Okay, that was very important, right? I went very slowly explaining to you the importance. I explained to you, about sometimes making mistakes in life. You know what I mean? But the truth is the truth. Okay. After conducting the exam, okay, and I first explained to you, you know what I mean? You saw what the questions were the first time, okay, and then when we went on the second test, I explained to you, okay, this is very important that you're very truthful with me and you explain to me, and that if something happened, now is the time to tell me, okay, because if once we're done with the test, this is gonna say if you lied or you did not lie, okay. And after conducting the test and examining and doing my evaluation on the test, you're showing deception, what means is that you're lying, about the questions that are asked, okay? I am going to leave you here with Detective Moore, okay? And she's going to be able to talk to you a little bit more. Okay. Remember what I told you. Okay? Tell the truth. Okay? Listen. Tell the truth. If we make mistakes in life, mistakes could be fixed. Okay? What nobody wants to see is a monster. You understand? And if you made a mistake, just be honest with the detectives. Tell them the truth. Okay? But remember what I told you. Okay? I was here ready to help you pass. That's what I wanted to do. My goal was to get you to pass. Okay? And we went through all the questions. I explained to you. You didn't pass. Okay? So you're lying. And then, and I don't want to be rude, telling you like that, but you are. Okay? And before you looked as a monster, okay, you need to tell these detectives the truth. Okay? Be honest with them. If you made a mistake, hey, we make mistakes.
Gina, at the end of the day, one of the hardest things in life to do is to do right. Because if everyone did right, then there wouldn't be a need for police officers or attorneys. You know what I mean? Like I said, this situation, it can easily be explained, we're all parents here, and we all feel for Samaya, but at the end of the day, we have the tough task of trying to determine what happened to her. And the last thing we want is to sit there and then go to court and present that. You know what I mean? Because that right there speaks for itself. Okay? We offered you an opportunity to take a polygraph test. You said, yeah, give it to me. I got nothing to hide. So we did that, and then it shows that you lied. Whether you lied about one question or whether you lied about 1,000 questions. One simple lie basically means everything that comes. We can't trust anything else that comes out of you. Because if you can lie about this little thing, who's to say that you're not lying about the big thing? So what we'd like to do right now is basically start from the beginning and just, it's already 9 o'clock, and we don't want to be here all night long. Because I'm going to call in the next 2 hours, which means that if I get a homicide at 11 o'clock, I'll be working 2-3 days straight, and I don't want to do that. All right? Let's get to the bottom of this. Let's figure out exactly what happened so that we all can go our merry way. Okay? Understood?
I understood, but...
Gina, be truthful. Remember, one thing is being looked as a monster, and one thing is being looked at somebody that made a mistake. Mistakes could be fixed. You understand?
These graphs don't lie.
Can you explain them to me?
One question.
Like I told you, okay? You're lying, and you're lying, okay? And they clearly explain it. Remember the science behind this that I told you is very 100%.
Okay.
Okay? There is no deviating from that. This is 100%, okay? And in the questions, okay, that I asked you, you clearly showed deception, which means that you're lying. And then listen to what I do. This is my call. I made this call, okay? But then, guess what? I send it to people that are actually in the system as well, that read the actual charts, okay? That don't know what even the questions are. They just know what the sequence of the questions. And guess what? Those detectives that don't know you, have not spoken with you, have not seen you, those don't know who you are, they also called it as you showing deception, as you lying, okay? And you keep focusing on, I know you keep focusing on this, but what I want you to focus is on this, okay, on the lie that you said, okay? You made a mistake, Gina. I believe that you made a mistake. I don't think, I've been looking at you. I like you, since we've been talking in there. I think you're a nice person. I saw you.
You got a huge heart.
You got to remember what I told you, that you have a huge heart, because somebody that takes children that are not theirs into their household, okay?
Speaks volumes.
Speaks volume. Remember I told you that in there, right? So I like you, Gina, and I hope you like me, because I've been super nice with you, haven't I?
No, I don't have any problem with you.
Okay, but we've been great in there, right? So I need you to tell me the truth, and I need you to tell these detectives the truth, because you haven't been telling me the truth. You did not tell me the truth. And remember how when I told you at the beginning of the test, I told you, Gina, I'm here to help you pass. That's what I wanted to do, help you pass. That was my goal, okay? But the science behind the machine does not lie, okay? And you failed. But I think it is because you made a mistake. I don't think it's because you're a monster. You're not a monster, Gina. You need to try explaining to these detectives exactly.
Even if it's the little things, because at the end of the day, what those statements those kids said, this test, and what you've told us, there's three sides to the truth. And I think we know what the side, what the truth is right now. So we're going to start from the beginning, and you just tell us exactly what happened. And that's all we care to know about. What happened? No one said that you shot Samaya. No one said that. Listen, we know that she was sick. All right, just tell us what happened.
Because when you asked me in the test that if she was wheezing, Samaya was never wheezing. That's why I'm saying those questions you asked me. She had no signs and symptoms.
You see, these are simple questions, okay? You know what I mean? That you should have been able to answer truthfully.
I did.
And you did it, okay? And you did it. Okay, and that's why I need you to be honest with these detectives.
Okay.
Remember, the truth is what sets you free at the end of the day. That's a reality in life. Okay, emotionally, mentally, you know what I mean. And you can face anything once you know the truth. Because you know what? What I've learned from doing these type of investigations for so many years, that the moment that the person that did something that they were by mistake, you know what I mean, and they get it off their chest, they start feeling better. And then we can start getting you help. You understand?
Okay.
And that's what we want to do. We don't want to crucify you like we told you. You know what I mean? You're a good person with a good heart. But you need to start telling us the truth so we could help you. Because if you don't tell us the truth, how can we help you? We don't know. We see you as a monster. And what we want to be able to show is, hey, man, this lady made a mistake. Maybe, a mistake, misunderstanding, whatever the case may be. But that's what we want to hear. Okay? But you need to be honest with these detectives. Okay? I'm going to walk now. I'm going to leave you with them. Make me proud. Tell them the truth. I'll talk to them later, and I want to hear, hey, Gina did the right thing. You know what I mean? She said the truth. Okay?
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank
you, detective.
I appreciate it.
Is that my pad?
No, this is mine.
No.
Yes. You got it? 1 second. Hi, Miss Emmanuel. Like Detective España explained to you, Detective Raphael, we need you to tell us exactly what happened. we go, what do you want to tell me first?
I don't know what you want me to tell you now.
Okay. Well, because we took all of our time, like my partner said, since 2 o'clock this afternoon, we've been giving you the opportunity to tell us the truth. We gave you so much of the benefit of the doubt that we even had you take a CBS, a voice stress analysis, that showed that you were lying. We already knew that you weren't telling the truth because we spoken to the kids, and like I told you, we have the injuries to the children to show it. Tell us what happened, ma'am, so we can go ahead and get this taken care of and move on. What happened with the children's hands both being shown marks on their hands as they were burned?
They were not burned.
Okay, tell me what happened to the children.
Okay, I told you what happened to those two. They were not burned.
Okay.
Okay.
So tell me what happened. How did they both get the same similar injuries? What happened to their hands?
I told you tonight I fell.
Okay.
Okay. And Maya had the water blisters.
Okay.
Both
so
here.
So tell me what. Now that you know that we've already proven that you've lied. We've already proven that you lied. Tell me now, what is it that you lied about doing that CVSA? Since we know you're lying, you tell me because I want to know where you want me to start at.
Because the question that he asked me, I answered to the best of my.
Okay. Which is what?
If he was wheezing before Thursday, he was.
Okay. So she was sick before Thursday.
She was not sick before Thursday.
So why did you show that she was lying then?
She told me he asked me if he was wheezing before Thursday.
So she wasn't wheezing, but what was she doing?
Before Tuesday.
Before Thursday. So now it's Tuesday.
That's what he asked me before Tuesday.
Okay.
One time.
When was the first time that you saw her showing signs of having flu, pneumonia, or becoming ill?
I didn't see signs of pneumonia. I see signs of flu.
Okay. When did you start seeing signs?
There was Thursday night.
That's what you told me. We've already proven that that's a lie.
But that's what I can say. And if when it was the weekend before, she wasn't sick.
Okay. Were you not sitting right here, Mr. Manuel, when the detective just left and just showed you this exam? We've been here since 2 o'clock this afternoon asking you the questions and giving you the benefit of the doubt. We've now proven that you've lied. My partner just said we've been here all day long. Please tell us what occurred with the children so we can get this taken care of and done. You telling us something that we've already proven is a lie is not going to get us finished here.
Okay.
It's not going to happen because we're showing now that you're lying. We have proof that you're lying. Tell me what occurred. When was the first time you saw the child sick?
That's what I told you. That's the time I saw her sick. I'm not lying about this. She had the wounds, yes, but with the flu-like, it was Thursday.
Okay. When you said you placed her on timeout or you placed the children on timeout, how long would you place them on timeout for?
On their age.
Okay,
six minutes.
Okay.
7 minutes. At court, I heard that I was doing crucifixion style, which I was never.
Okay. Don't tell me about what you heard, ma'am. Now I just want to know the truth.
I'm telling you the truth.
Did you use anything to spank those children with?
No.
How did the children get all the injuries?
I explained them to you.
And that's what you're going to stick with? I'm just explaining to you that you've proven that you're lying, and you're still, all these people have given you the opportunity to tell us what occurred, you're going to still stick with that. I just don't understand it.
I just have to tell you what happened, and I told you what happened.
I'm trying to understand it. I'm trying to understand how after 3 detectives have just told you that we know for a fact that you were lying in your statement that you gave me earlier. 6, 7 hours later, we're back to, that's all I know. I can't tell you nothing different. With all the injuries that we've seen.
I'm not going to negate about the injuries. I know they're there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And not only they were there, other people saw them. You know what I'm saying? Right. It was not that I did them. You understand what I'm saying? It happened, but you know what? I don't know what to say anymore.
What happened? What happened?
You That's what they see me as a monster.
We don't see you as a monster. We wouldn't have taken 6 or 7 hours to talk to you if we felt like you was a monster, Miss Emmanuel.
But you know, I don't know what to say anymore.
I understand you don't know what to say anymore. My partner just asked you to tell us the truth. I'm asking you to tell us the truth. We've given you more than enough opportunities to tell us what happened. My partner just explained to you, we don't think you're a monster. 7 hours later of talking to you and trying to get to the bottom of this, you think we thought you were monsters? You can't believe that. You can't believe that. We've given you every opportunity to just explain how the children were injured and what happened the day that the children's hands were burned. That's all we're asking you to do is tell us the truth so we can move on. We're stuck right here. We're stuck right here.
Have you ever taken those kids to a charity? None. None whatsoever. Have you ever taken their hands? Have you ever taken their legs? Have you ever taken them to anything?
I heard that they were sleeping on the floor. They didn't have any food.
We don't want to hear about what you heard, ma'am.
We don't want to know, listen, okay, we don't want to know about what you hear because technically that's hearsay. Okay, that's inadmissible. We want to know the facts. Okay? We want to know the facts as it happened. All right? I'm looking at this chart. There's 15 questions, and 5 of them you show deception, which means that you're not being truthful on. Do you know what corporal punishment is? Okay.
What is it? What is it?
Corporal punishment is when you hit the kids with a stick or whatever, and then they acquire
It's not necessarily just a stick, a belt.
Can be anything. Yeah.
And you've never hit the kids. That I find that very hard to believe.
The only person I hit is Papa.
And how would you hit Papa?
On his butt. I pop him when he's hitting the kids. He's the only one.
Okay. When you said to me earlier that Maya's being Maya, that Maya's just doing outlandish things, you can't tell me that you would pop Papa and not pop Samaya.
Maya has been Maya. I mean that she can. Okay, first of all, I took the class, and I know I'm not allowed to hit the kids, and I was not going to hit the kids, so I don't hit my kids.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, I don't hit my kids. I would not hit the kids. Okay. When I said Maya has been Maya, for example, if we are talking to her, she got me, she's on the floor. She's gonna start doing everything. I just tell them, leave her alone. Let Maya be Maya. You know, so I mean, she was kind of stubborn. When she put herself on the floor, she will pee-poo on her, and until she get up. You understand what I'm saying? So I said, okay, Maya been Maya. And then after that, when she finished, I said, okay, clean up your mess. That's what I meant. Being Maya, been Maya. You understand what I'm saying? But
You've never spanked Maya.
Maya wasn't.
So earlier, see, this is what I'm talking about. So earlier, we asked you if you believe in corporal punishment, and we asked you if you ever spanked the kid. You said no. Now you're saying that you pop. Popple.
Yeah.
So you see how the inconsistencies.
Yeah. Popping is not really spanking. If I pop somebody on their butt, to let go.
It's still spanking. It's still spanking. Whether you use your hand, or you use a belt, whether you use a paddle, or in Haitian, whether you use a mantinet. It's still the same thing. Okay.
And because you have a master's degree, you can't tell me that you don't know that's what that means.
I know I didn't.
Popping is corporal punishment because you're hitting the child. It's not saying you're doing it over the top. It's not saying anything else besides the fact that you hit the child.
You're disciplining the kid.
You discipline the kid. So you know that's what we meant when we asked you, did you use corporal punishment to discipline the kids? You know that's what we meant.
And again, it's not against the law for you to discipline your own kids. It only against the law when you go over the top.
The limits.
Okay? But the question I asked was, did you use corporal punishment to discipline your kids? And you said no. If you spanked them to discipline them, then the easy answer is yes, I spank my kids. They're mine. They're being rude. Yes, I'm going to get their attention. There's nothing wrong with that. It's when you go above the top, when you break bones, when you leave scars and all that stuff. That's where you cross the line. Okay? So, again, if you beat one, I'm sure you beat them all. I'm being honest with you. Because there's no way that you're going to beat one and not beat the rest. Especially if they're acting up.
I already told you, the one that really acted up was Papa.
Right. But the others act up too.
They act up not around me.
Okay.
Not around me. You know, I'm getting complaints. Like, for example, they call me from here. They're still calling me from Ayana at school.
But here's my point, though. Listen, we all around the same age. And I can tell you, growing up, I went to a Catholic school, and God forbid, my mom got a phone call. And then when I went to a public school, God forbid, my mom got a phone call. That was the biggest fear. Because I watched my other siblings get phone calls, and I saw what happened to them. So I made sure that they didn't get a phone call on me. But again, it goes back to what I said. You can't spank one without spanking the rest.
Now you're just saying things that don't even make sense, Miss Maggie.
There's no way that
now you're just saying things.
Because Papa was the most problems than anything.
Okay, but the other ones were a problem too at some point. They weren't all perfect.
They were not perfect, but not around me.
Okay. I think that I find that very hard to believe. Papa was what, 3?
Papa was 4.
He's 4.
3 and 4.
Come on.
From 2 to 4.
Come on. You're gonna pump a 4-year-old, but you're not gonna pump that 6, 8, 7, 13-year-old.
6,
Especially if they're jumping from a freaking dresser onto a damn bed.
I sent her to her room.
Come on.
And she came back again.
Come on. And you know what? That deserves a popping. Because in my house, I only have to tell you one time. If I have to tell you twice, because I only speak one time. So the question is, did you use corporal punishment on all your kids? It's a yes or a no.
And 1.
Just one. That's Papa. Okay.
Samaya is deceased now. She passed away on Saturday. When for the first time did you start seeing her showing signs that she wasn't feeling well?
With the flu-like?
Flu-like symptoms.
Thursday night. Because I had...
What did you start seeing her do on Thursday night?
Cough. When she was sleeping in the middle, I heard her coughing twice. And I went and checked her. And I checked her.
Because it shows right here you were deceptive that she was wheezing. What else was she?
She wasn't wheezing.
Do you know what wheezing is?
I know what wheezing is.
What's wheezing?
You can hear when somebody's... You can hear the sound in the chest. Because you're always wheezing. So I'm familiar with somebody's wheezing.
Okay.
And she was never.
Okay.
Did she ever display any other signs of colds?
There was the night. She had colds in the past. You know, previously she had colds. But at this time, this week, this was the first time she experienced the symptom of with the cold. Because I had it first. So, and then I thought she picked up after me. Because when she had it, when she started coughing that night, when I heard her coughing, I went and checked her. And I'm like, okay, she coughed twice. For some reason, if she peed, she wet her bed. So I would check. So she was not wet, and I checked her second time. That's when I checked her temperature. And she was like 97, but she was not wheezing. That's why the question is, she wasn't wheezing.
So she was coughing on Thursday.
Thursday night.
When did you start noticing her with the runny nose?
That was Friday night after I washed her hair.
Was anybody else at the house with you and the kids when you washed her hair?
No, just the kids. It was Friday night. Because that's normally when I wash their hair anyway on Friday. Friday night or Saturday.
Okay. Now that, you know, like I said, we've already determined that you lied. Now, 7 hours later, you admit that you hit the littlest one, the smallest one.
Yeah, when he's hitting people.
Right, for whatever reason, but you do hit to discipline.
To make him stop.
Okay. Have you ever had to hit the other children to make them stop doing what they were doing? You just told me a while ago that they're still calling you about Ayana's behavior. That's what you told me.
Yes, I have the voicemail here. I can give it to you.
So, no. What I need to verify with you is, I believe you. I believe Ayana may be a troubled kid and may need a lot of extra help.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't doubt that they've called you about her behavior.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm asking you is, have you had to use corporal punishment because of her behavior?
No, all I have to do with Nayana, just don't take her out. That's why sometimes I use the cedars in the weekend. Because when I'm going out, I said, okay, I'm not taking this one out, I'm not taking that one out, you're gonna stay. So I have the cedar. Sometimes when I punish them, I'll take them to Kathy's house. Whoever's misbehaving. And for example, if I'm having a party for one, and this one is so you're not gonna come to the party.
You use timeout for the amount of age that they are.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go there. Papa is 4.
Papa never stay on timeout.
Okay. Who do you use timeout with? I don't know. I didn't live in your home, ma'am.
The girls.
I need you to tell me what occurred. Did you use timeout with the other 2 children?
The 3.
The 3 children.
Yes.
How long would you put Ayana on timeout?
Ayana was like when she was 11 minutes.
Okay.
When she was 18.
How would you do it? How would you put them on timeout for 11 minutes?
Go to your room and then ask her to go to her room, or sometimes we'll go face the wall.
Okay. If she's facing the wall, how is she facing the wall?
Face the wall, facing the wall.
Do you make her keep her hands up? Do you make her keep her hands to her side?
She's standing.
She's standing facing the wall.
Where are her hands?
Like this.
Okay.
Do you ever put them on their knees?
No.
You never put them on their knees?
No.
Tanaya. Tanaya.
TT.
How old is she?
She's 6 now.
So you're telling me now you put her on timeout for 6 minutes?
No, she was 5 when she left.
Okay, for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What position would you put her in?
The same thing, just face the wall. You see, when you got in, you see where the dining room is. I tell them to go face the wall by that wall. That's normally because when I sit in the room, I can see them.
Okay. So how would she be?
The same way, face the wall and then put your hands on your side.
Is she standing up?
Sometimes.
Okay. If you say sometimes, what is she doing other times?
Sometimes she stands, sometimes she turns around and stuff like that. She never stayed for the time.
Okay. Now we're at Samaya. How would you discipline her?
The same thing for all of 3.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do with Samaya?
Time out or send her to her room. Send them to their room.
You were telling me earlier that Samaya was a clumsy child and she would often fall.
They're all 3.
Okay. So how long would you put Samaya on timeout?
Her age. She was 6, so she was 5, 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 6 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And where would she be forced to stay?
The same. They have one spot to
Okay.
stand.
And their hands are up or to their side?
To the side. Go face the wall, stand till because I have the alarm on. When the alarm rings, they know they have to return to their whatever they were doing.
Okay. Have you ever had to put a chair to steady Samaya because she's clumsy and she will fall over?
No.
Have you ever had to tape her to a chair to keep her to stand up?
No.
Okay. This is Samaya's body, the day that she was found deceased.
Mm-hmm.
How did she get these injuries to her body?
I told you with the soap that we bought, she has an allergy to it. The soap at the Dollar Tree. Remember I told you when they picked up that soap, and she was like this is an old thing. It's not something new. And she was itching, peeling. You see her face. You have her face. You see the thing here.
Right.
The scar that she has here. Her body for some reason gets scarred easily. Okay. So when she got the allergic reaction, so we with the soap, she was itching all over. That's when I started putting the Benadryl on it. You understand what I'm saying? So you can see
itch. So there's a lot of marks on her abdomen. A lot.
The whole. That's remember I told you the whole thing here, and she was like itching because she had a bad reaction to the soap. So that's when we stopped using it. Even Ayana had it too. They both had it. So
if that's allergies, why didn't you take her to a doctor?
That's a setback. You understand what I'm saying? Because I took everything on my hand. You understand what I'm saying? She saw the doctor with this after everything was healed when she went for her checkup. It was not something that happened like, I would say that happened before I even adopted her. It's not something new.
That did not happen before you adopted her.
Let me see, 2017.
That did not happen.
2017.
We have medical records prior to you adopting the children, and that was not on her body.
No.
Do not tell me that was on her body.
She was at my house 2016.
Okay. This was not on her body before you adopted her.
What I'm saying, when they took their pictures, that happened after they took their pictures.
After what pictures are you saying?
When DCF took them, they took their pictures after. When she moved to my house, they already took their pictures. They didn't take any more pictures of them.
Okay.
Okay.
So what are you trying to tell me?
What I'm telling you, this is an allergy reaction that she had.
So if she had an allergic reaction, why didn't you take it to the doctor for the reaction?
Because once I put the bed into her, she stopped eating.
And that's from a $9 soap?
Dollar Tree.
A Dollar Tree?
Yeah.
What is this mark from?
That's her eating.
This is not an issue, ma'am.
What is this?
First, let me tell you. I work cases that involve child abuse cases.
Mm-hmm.
I also work cases that involve elderly abuse. In all the years that I've been doing this, I know for a fact this is not from scratching. We see marks like this from a straight tool that was used, a belt, a rope, a switch, something like that. A linear mark. This is what we call definitely signs that this child was punished with some type of branch, stick, whatever. Some type of tool was used to cause this injury, not a scratch. It's a ligature mark. So I know that this child did not come to your home with this on her body. So this occurred while you had her with you.
I told you, she didn't come home with them.
She was in your custody when she was injured here. I know for a fact.
That's what I told you.
You can't tell me no different.
That's what I told you.
Okay, so how did she receive that scratch?
I told you she was scratching all over it. But you say it's not a scratch, but I know.
How did she receive this scar on her body that I'm telling you had to have come from a linear tool? A branch, a extension cord, a rope, something like that, a thin tool used.
I don't have rope. I don't have extension cord. I don't use extension cord.
You don't have extension cord? You have
I have extension cord, but I don't use extension cord. In my extension cord that I have, it's not long. It's like the short one. We have the different.
Like a surge protector.
A surge protector. That's what I have. And I don't have any rope. I don't have. You guys searched the house on the day.
I can search the house on what day?
The same day that Maya passed away.
Yeah, we were there. We did the scene. That was my team that was there. We
just searched the house. You know, if.
So why would a young girl say yes? When she gets mad, she would tape us up. Why would a young girl say that?
When she gets mad, she would tape herself.
Like when you get mad, you would tape them up.
What would I?
I mean, why would a young girl say that?
Ayana.
Whether it's Ayana, Tatiana, TT.
But I don't know, why would I tape them? I don't use tape.
Yeah, you do, because there's a picture where you have boxes, I guess that's supposed to go to 80, and you use that brown tape to tape those boxes. So you do use tape. That's a lie.
I didn't have that tape. They came and wrapped it for me.
Oh, and with the plastic too.
Let me see. Do you have the photos? Because I saw that tape. If not, I got it on my desk.
I don't know if I have it printed out here. Let me look.
So again, there's a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, it was in the bathroom. Brown tape that you used to wrap boxes with.
I don't wrap the boxes. I had somebody come and wrap them for me.
Okay, so whether you wrap them or not, you got tape inside your house. And the kids are saying that you taped them to a chair. Listen, if you taped them to a chair as a form of punishment, okay, you taped them to a chair. They're not dead. If that's what you use to get them to sit still, okay, so what? Now what? You know what I'm saying? Why would a young girl say that if it didn't happen to them?
And then have the injuries to show it.
She has injuries that
She has those crazy looking marks around her body, her abdomen.
Gina, did you use the tape to tape him on the chair?
I don't.
You've never used the tape? Never?
I heard tape here and I heard chains there. I heard too many things.
I don't see that picture. I don't have it printed out.
I'll charge you for the ink.
Sorry. I'm trying to give you every benefit of the doubt. I've been speaking to you with respect.
Mm-hmm.
I've been treating you with respect. All I'm asking you to do is tell the truth. I don't think that's too much to ask after we've given you every opportunity to tell us the truth. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're right.
And I'm telling you that we know for a fact that this occurred the way the children said they occurred.
That's what I said. I don't have to say anything anymore because everybody already drew their.
No. You can't say that to me. You can't say that to me when I spent 9 hours, 7, 8 hours with you trying to get you to explain to me what happened.
No, I understand what I'm saying.
You cannot say that I had a preconceived notion.
Yeah, I understand, but you know what? It's the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? It's to me like it's a setup. They set me up.
No.
You understand?
What?
They set me up because, first of all, why I had custody to see the kids since December 5th, they didn't want me to see the kids till they did their thing, and then they make the kids saying things and stuff like that. And Ayana knows, in fact, what happened in the house. To begin with, Ayana was the one who was always hitting Maya. Okay, why? Because there was a little child to see there. Okay, so I was always over here, over there. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't know me, you don't know Ayana. I understand I failed this. You understand what I'm saying? So this is my picture. You understand what I'm saying? But you guys were not in the house. I'm in the house. I knew exactly what was going on, and I knew exactly what took place. Okay, so since it's already, I'm already there, so I cannot say anything anymore. You guys don't know me. You guys don't know Aina. Yes, I failed this. Okay, but I know for a fact what is when I went to court. I'm hearing all those things. I didn't feed them. I didn't give them any food.
You have not heard me say anything. All I'm asking you to tell me is how the children were injured.
I explained them to you already.
Yeah.
But
and you also explained to me that you don't use corporal punishment, and then you just admitted that you do.
I just pop sometimes.
Right. But that's still, and because you're a very educated woman, popping is the same thing as corporal punishment. That's what it means.
Yeah.
And I know you're very educated,
Mm-hmm.
so I know you know that.
Mm-hmm.
So you purposely didn't tell me the truth, and now I'm just asking you to tell me the truth.
You did no. I didn't lie because you. Okay, let me see. I didn't lie, but you guys were asking me if I hit them, the girls. We were talking about the girls,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, no.
No, I think my question was, do you use corporal punishment to discipline any of the children?
Okay.
That's the question I asked you. Do you use corporal punishment to discipline any of the children? And you already just told me that you took a training when you adopted the children,
Mm-hmm.
and you were told you can't use corporal punishment to discipline the children. And if you pass that training, that means you know exactly what corporal punishment
is. It's because you guys don't know me. I don't have to hit the kids.
Right.
I never had to hit my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Once I talk, that's it. You understand what I'm saying? I never had to hit my kids. Okay? And I never had to, the only time I pop was sometimes Pop was, out of, even when I hit him, he came back and hit me right back. You understand what I'm saying? That's the only time. But I do not hit my kids.
Okay.
You understand? I do not hit my kids. I understand. I didn't pass. I understand.
Right.
The odds are against me.
The odds aren't against you. The odds are not against you. What I'm asking you to do is tell me exactly what happened. I'm not put no odds here or odds there. All I said to you is, I know that you use corporal punishment for the one child, and I know that you use corporal punishment for the others.
Because we can even tell you. Okay, for example, they can be all wild, all crazy when I come to everybody's You say, oh, you guys need to react like you were reacting when your mom was in here. You understand what I'm saying? Honestly, they respected me. Okay? Like when I wasn't around, if I step out one time, they all started farting in front of Gwyneth. Okay? And when they told me, I said, you guys, you're not supposed to be doing. I said, that's it. And I said, okay, time out here, time out there. And that's it. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, the only person really, it's Papo. Papo is out of hand. You understand? But those girls, they did respect me. Because I told you, they can do all those things outside. But when they see me, it's a different.
So when
it was in the house, she witnessed. She witnessed. That's what, kind of getting me upset. She witnessed things that were happening. And then, so she's like.
She witnessed things that was happening like what?
When Maya was injuring herself. She witnessed, you see her ear? You have a picture of her ear?
I know you keep telling me about the ear.
Her ear.
I know you keep telling me about the ear.
And then one of her knee. That happened, I wasn't here when she fell down. Okay? It wasn't Renette's case that she fell down.
But the thing I'm telling you is that you being the person who has custody of the children, when you return and you see that the kids are injured, when you return and you see that Samaya's ear is bleeding because she's picking, when you see that her hands are open, gaping wounds because she's picking, when you see her arms have open, gaping wounds, her knees, and you just don't feel like maybe I should go get other medical attention for this
That's what I told you guys. That's why I failed. Okay, because I should have, but I did not. And I was like just dressing them. You understand? Covering them. That's what I told you. I say that's the only mistake I made. And I'm going to own it because I should have, but I did not.
Is that the reason why you didn't get her medical attention earlier on Saturday? When
I was on home Saturday.
When she called you, the babysitter, Renette, called you and mentioned to you that this child needs to go to the doctor. Is that why you didn't have her taken right away?
I told her, should I call 911? She told me no, she's okay.
Right.
Okay? So I drove home. She called me twice in half an hour. I said, I'm almost home. I said, do you think I need to call 911? She says, no, she's okay. But I'm just letting you know that you need to take her to the hospital.
Okay. But if she's calling you multiple times, you never thought, being a medical professional, that maybe I should just go ahead and say call and get her taken to the hospital, knowing that you're coming for such a long distance and you don't know because you're not there.
I was almost home when she called me. First call was around 5:30ish.
From 12 noon the first time she called you.
I called at 10 o'clock. She told me everything was okay.
You told me you called at 10. And then she called you at 12.
12:30ish.
So from 12, and then she gives you a second call.
She gave me a second call around 5 when I was on my way.
And says, I'm just letting you know, I think you should take her to the doctor.
To the hospital.
An hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes later is when you came home.
I'd say between, not hour and a half, less or so. I don't remember.
Okay.
It was between 5:30, because between 5:30 she called me and 6 o'clock. And I got home before, I think I got home by 6:45.
Okay. And when she's telling you at 5 o'clock, I think Samaya needs to go to the doctor. 5:30, she needs to go to the doctor.
To the hospital.
To the hospital. Being a trained nurse, I know that you asked her what was she doing at the time.
I did.
How? Okay, so what did she say?
She told me that I don't like the way she's looking. I said, what do you mean? And she says, no, she's okay, but I just think you need to take her to the hospital.
Okay.
That's how she left it. And I said, okay. And I said, you think I need to call 911 on my way? She says, no, you don't need to call 911. Just come and take her. She made me understand that everything was okay. Okay, she was not any critical. You understand what I'm saying? She said, I'm having her laying down here, but she's okay. She's calm, but I think you need to take her to the hospital. I said, okay. And then I picked up the phone and I called her pediatrician, and I said, Dr. Alex, I just got a call that Maya's not doing well, and I'm heading to take her to the hospital. Which hospital would you like me to take her? And he told me that take her to Jackson, because that's where, I'll be able to visit. I said, okay. And that's it.
So now looking back, knowing that you got the call at 12, and knowing that you got the call at 5:30, being a registered nurse,
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock is the first time that you were told that the child wasn't doing. She was sick.
She threw up.
And
I said, was it a lot? She says, no, a little phlegm.
Okay. And you're already so far away. So since you can't see, you didn't think maybe I should just go ahead and have her seen by a doctor? You didn't think maybe I should call for the ambulance to come by the house or do something?
That's what I asked her, should I? She said, no, she's okay. You just take her to the hospital. Because I could have called where I am 911. She says, no, she's okay. Because I didn't leave her sick. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't leave her, if I knew she was sick, yes, I would not even go. Because I didn't really have to go. You understand? I would have taken her to the hospital. It's because she was not that sick. That's when I went. And when she told me, it's okay, just rest.
But everybody's telling us that she was that sick. Everybody we spoke to said she was that sick.
When
she was showing signs of being that sick. And now she's deceased. So we know she wasn't that sick.
I don't know who said, everybody's saying that. And if you look at their report the first time, the second time, it's a two different report. And
what do you mean the report?
When they came on the scene, when they investigated, when they questioned him, and that's why you call Wynette the second time to come to say that Gina is lying, come. And that's when Wynette turned around and she changed her story. Okay? So when Wynette was there the weekend before, Maya was not sick. Maya wasn't sick. Okay? It's the second weekend. So how come the second weekend she's calling me, she's giving a report? You understand what I'm saying? Maya wasn't sick.
What we're being told is that at one point from several months, we're going to say several weeks, several months prior to her passing away, she was showing signs of being sick. She was showing signs that she was declining, not doing as well. And now she's deceased, so it stands to reason that she was declining.
I didn't say anything. Maya was not declining. Maya was just like attacking herself. That's all I have to say. She was not. I don't know who told you that she was declining, but Maya was not declining. Maya was up about. Maya was not declining. The only thing Maya was doing just like picking on herself, and that's it. But as far as declining, I didn't see any signs of symptoms of declining with Maya. Maya was not declining. Maya was doing her work. She was doing everything. She was not.
But like, once again, it's a story that we're catching that's not the truth.
That's what I say. The line's already been drawn, so.
No. I'm telling you what's not the truth because of stuff that we already, you showed us wasn't the truth.
Yeah, these are the ones that you failed. Okay?
So 2, 4.
You see the difference? I'm showing the difference. Look at this chart. See how this chart go up and down. This one go up and that's deception. That's deception. That's deception. That's deception. That means you're not telling the truth on these questions. Okay? That's what these mean. Do you see the difference between this one and this one? This one. You see the difference? Or this one? That's what that means. And you know why you failed them? Is because those are honed into Samaya. Questions regarding Samaya.
Also, those are the questions that I failed.
Yeah.
And they only asked me 2 questions about Samaya.
Well, no, they did. They may not have mentioned her name directly. So, have you ever used corporal punishment to discipline any of your adopted children? You said no, which was wrong.
And you were just admitting that.
Hi, Papa.
Right, so that's we know for a fact, because you were just admitting that you know that you did. So that was a lie.
Did you burn any of your adopted children? You said no. That's incorrect, because this shows that you're lying. So again, whether it's by accident, I don't care how it happened. Okay? Did you accidentally burn these kids' hands?
How would I going to burn the kids?
Listen, I don't know. I'm asking you. I'm reading to you the questions that you failed. These are the questions that you failed. Did they touch the stove accidentally? Were they trying to cook? I don't know. I don't live in your house. But I'm telling you the questions that you failed. Was there an incident where they burned their hands? That's a yes or no question.
Oh, you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going over this.
Was there an incident where one of these kids burned their hands? Be honest. Be honest. is there?
I am being honest, but I didn't burn them.
Okay. Was there an incident where one of them burned their hands?
I wasn't around.
Okay. Is that a yes or a no?
It's yes, but...
Okay. What happened? What did you hear happen?
I heard that the stove was on and they went and touched the stove.
Okay. But you see what I'm talking about?
But
Hold on. This is what I'm talking about. All right? Mm-hmm. As you can see, the test doesn't lie. As you can see that. Mm-hmm. You have knowledge that something happened and you lied about it. Whether the stove was on, I don't care. They burned their hands. The question is simple. This is what gets you in trouble.
But the question wasn't simple.
It asked you a simple question.
I burned them. I didn't burn them.
Do you want me to read it again to you?
Go ahead.
Number 6. Did you burn any of your adopted children? Yes or no?
Did I?
Okay, now, okay, did you?
No.
Okay, did you leave the stove on?
The stove was on.
It's a yes or no question. Did you leave the stove on?
I was not around.
Okay, so how was the stove turned on?
I was not around. I was not babysitting them that day.
So how was the stove turned on?
The stove was on.
Who turned it on?
I wasn't there.
You wasn't there. Okay, who was there?
They were not at my house.
Okay, where were they?
They were at Kitty's house.
They were at Ketley's house. Mm-hmm. So this happened at Ketley's house. These burns happened at Ketley's house.
Yes.
Okay, what happened? What did Ketley tell you happened?
They were running around. And she said, she told me they were running around, they touched the stove.
That's what Ketley told you?
Yes. They both, all three. But Papa was too short, Papa didn't, because she went to the restroom and they were running, they touched the stove, both of them.
Okay, so.
But that happened way before.
I don't care when it happened. The fact of the matter is, these kids' hands got burned. I don't care if it happened. There's evidence that their hands were burned. We showed that to you. Whether it happened 10 years ago, whether it happened 5 minutes ago, the fact still remains their hands were burned.
So what I'm trying to say.
The fact still remains the hands was burned. Right? Whether it happened in a hotel, whether it happened in Haiti, whether it happened in Jamaica, I don't care where it happened at. Were the hands burned? Yes. Yes. Don't try to minimize what happened to these kids. Because at the end of the day, you're a mom. You're responsible. You're trying to minimize what happened because you know that these are going to come to light. That's the problem. That's the problem. You know what that's called? Negligence. Someone didn't have their eyes on these kids that caused them to get burned. Whether it's you, whether it's Kelly, whether it's God, I don't care. But you knew about it. You knew about it. So what did you do when you saw those kids' hands were burned? You know, I'm pissed because we've been here since 2 o'clock. And I have to show you ways that you lied. I've been doing this for 24 years. Stop lying to me. Tell me what happened. Tell us what happened to these kids. They didn't ask to be in your house.
I know.
You brought them in your house. You decided to be a foster parent. What happened to these kids? Because I don't care what time it is, I'll go drag Ketley and I'll bring her ass right here today.
I told you what happened.
Tell me again.
I told you when I left them to Ketley's house and they were...
When did you leave them at Ketley's house?
That happened, the burns happened like in January.
January what?
2018.
2000 when?
18.
2018, last year.
Last year.
Okay, where were you when you left them at Ketley's house?
I went to do grocery shopping.
You went to grocery shopping. Where does Ketley live?
Ketley lives on 120 something street, 121st, 10th Avenue.
121st Street, northeast, northwest, southeast?
Northwest.
Northwest 10th Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
Who does Ketley live with?
She lives with her husband and her kids.
How long have you known Ketley?
Oh, for a while.
What's a while?
Let me see, 1998. We are what? 1998. 21.
21 years. Okay. She lives with her husband. How many kids do she have?
She has 3 kids.
She has 3 kids. How often does Ketley babysit these kids?
As needed.
As needed.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you leave these kids with Ketley?
Unless I have to go do grocery shopping.
How many times? Once, twice, 10, 50, 20, 50? How many times?
More than 10 times.
More than 10 times. Okay? This happened in December.
January
2018.
Mm-hmm.
January 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And you was at the grocery store when this happened. Is that a yes? I've already sign language.
Yes.
Yes. So why would these little kids say that you burned their hands? You don't know. I don't believe not a word you say right now.
That's what I'm saying. You guys don't believe me.
Because you know why? Because you're lying.
I'm not lying.
You've been lying. You know what it is? We catch you in a lie, and that's when you start to come and start telling the truth. But you're not telling the complete truth. Because you know why? Because you're minimizing yourself.
I am not minimizing myself.
Do you know how many times people come in here and sit in the same chair, and we spend 5, 10 hours listening to bullshit lies? That's what they do. And if we gotta stay here at 6 o'clock in the goddamn morning, we will. You're gonna tell us what happened to these kids.
Like you just said, we've been speaking to you for a while. Just tell us what happened. If you discipline the children by placing their hands on the stove,
I did not. I did not.
Did Ketley discipline them by burning?
No.
Okay.
Ketley, forget about Ketley. The only person who steals, it's Ayana. And the only incident I caught Maya, remember I told you with the there was it. The only person, and I have pictures on my phone. Whenever she's stealing, I take pictures. Okay.
So what does that got to do with the hands being burned? We're asking you about the hands being burned. Are you burning their hands because they're stealing?
That's what I'm telling you. Those 2 were not stealing. The only time she stole, she drank Papa's cereal. But the only person who's been stealing was Ayana.
Okay. When Ayana stole, what did you do? How did you punish her?
I caught her later on, so I'm like, you stole this. I'm not going to give you these things anymore. For example, one time Jovan was eating mango. He stole Jovan's mango from his plate. I said, I'm not going to give you mangoes anymore. That's what I'm saying. But I don't burn Ayana. I don't burn them.
You said she stole mangoes from Jovan.
Plate.
Okay. Did any of the kids ever steal bread from Jovan?
No.
Does Jovan eat a special bread?
That's what they kept asking me. Jovan doesn't.
Just answer the question.
No.
Yes or no?
No. They all eat the same thing.
Okay. So when Ayana stole the mango from Jovan,
plate.
The mango plate.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mango plate?
From his
plate.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do?
I told Anna I'm not going to give you mango anymore because I had just given her mango.
How did you discipline her?
By not giving her mango anymore. And I told her to go to her room, remove herself from the table.
So, okay, I guess question number 6 about the burn is true. These kids' hands were burned. And you had knowledge that these kids' hands were burned.
They were burned.
Okay, did you take them to the hospital?
No.
Why not?
Because it was not a deep burn. It was like...
Yeah. Sorry, do you know the difference between 1st degree, 2nd degree, 3rd degree burn?
It was a 1st degree.
It was a 1st degree. So how did you treat it?
I put the zinc oxide. I wash it with vinegar and put zinc oxide. But this here, that was from the fall.
Question number 10. Was Samaya coughing before Thursday?
She wasn't.
Okay. Did she show any signs of a cold before Thursday?
She wasn't. I was the one who started with the cold, but she wasn't. She started on Thursday.
Okay. That's a lie. Question number 12. Was Samaya wheezing before Thursday?
No, she wasn't.
So she wasn't coughing, she wasn't wheezing.
She wasn't.
So you mean to tell me that in 2 days someone could catch a cold and could become sepsis and dies just like that? In 2 days. You do realize what sepsis is, right?
Of course, Harry.
Okay, what is sepsis?
It's when you have infection throughout your body.
Okay, so in 2 days, a 7-year-old could develop sepsis and die just like that.
They didn't tell me she had sepsis. They told me she had pneumonia.
Did you just hear what I just said?
Yeah, you said sepsis.
Okay.
It's not just hearing the word sepsis from you.
Okay.
I was never told.
Why should you be told? You're not the investigator.
That's what I was told.
We are.
They told me.
Okay. 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Can someone develop sepsis in 2 days and die?
I don't know.
You don't know, but you're a medical professional.
I am, but I wasn't told that she had sepsis.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now that you know that she was sepsis, so could she have died in 2 days from no wheezing, no coughing, and just clear fluids coming out her nose?
Sepsis is different from pneumonia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So sepsis is when you have an infection that invades your entire body.
I know, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Which is the reason why you failed question 10 and 12. Exactly. Exactly. Because she had an infection more than 2 days.
She was not wheezing, she was not coughing.
Okay, so what signs of a cold did she have, Gina?
I told you she was coughing. She started with the cough, and then she had the running nose.
So in 2 days you can have a cough, and you develop sepsis and die immediately. Because you know why? Because she's had that cough more than just 2 days. Which is a lie that you're telling.
I'm not lying about this. I'm not lying.
You're a nurse. You're a registered nurse. You got a master's degree, right? You got a master's degree.
I understand.
Meaning you're smarter than all of us.
I'm not smarter than all of you.
Obviously you are.
No, I'm not.
What is so hard? What is so hard? We're just telling the truth,
The only
Gina.
thing I told you guys that Maya was saying is like hurting herself. That's all. But as far as the lungs, she didn't have any respiratory problem.
Okay. Listen.
As far as she's declining.
You lied about a burning, so why should I believe you about her not being sepsis?
It's the way you got asked the question, did I burn? I did not burn her.
Okay. But somebody else burned her.
Nobody burned her. They touched the stove.
Were you there?
I wasn't there.
How do you know that somebody else didn't burn them if you weren't there?
They didn't.
How do you know that?
As a matter of fact, when I got there, the first person who reported to me was Ayana. She said, Mom, because Ayana was here, and I said, they didn't listen. They were running. They were jumping all around. When Kathy went outside to do something, or she went to the bathroom, that's when all of them three went to the kitchen and they touched the stove.
You know, I find it very hard to believe that 3 kids would be running around and just start touching everything. And come on now, come on. 3 kids, 3 kids, 3, 3, running around and all of them touch the same stove and burn the same hand. Does that make sense
They're all
to
touching
you?
the same stove.
Does that make sense to you? On one day, 3 of your kids burned their hands. On one day. On one day.
2 of them. Papa didn't get burned.
Oh, so now it's 2.
Papa didn't get burned. You got to see.
Earlier you said 3, but now
I
it's 2.
said they all were running.
Okay.
And the 2 touched the stove because the stove was hot. Because she was cooking. I said they were running. I don't know why Papa didn't get burned. I don't know because of the height or what. But it was 3 of them that were running around.
You're not being honest.
I didn't say Papa got burned.
You're not being honest.
What you want me to do now? To say now?
I want you to say the truth.
I am telling you the truth.
No, you're not. So why would you sit there and hide the fact that your kids burned their hands?
I'm not hiding.
Why would you hide the fact that your kids burned their hands? Why?
Exactly. Why didn't you say that hours ago? If that's the way.
Why? It's 10 o'clock.
But it's the question.
We showed you pictures. We showed you pictures.
But here wasn't burned. That's what you
Gina,
feel. I
Gina,
didn't show me pictures.
Gina, we showed you pictures of the entire hand. Back and front of the entire hand. And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's the abrasion because
No,
they
no.
fell on their hands. But you don't see the burn marks.
They got burned here, But here, that Maya has was blisters.
Okay. You know why? You know why people get blisters? Because they get burned.
No, you don't have to get burned to have water blisters.
Okay. Well, in this particular case, these kids got water blisters because they got burned.
She had water blisters way after the burn. Okay.
Really? So all of a sudden you remember that now?
No, she had water blisters in October, but the burn happened in January.
How convenient. Now you're putting a month to the time of the incident.
Didn't I tell you in October she's starting having didn't I tell you in October she's having all those wounds? She started?
October is when you told me she started picking at the wound.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you told me you didn't know there was just her picking at her skin because she picks at her ear. You didn't say nothing about she was at Kathleen's house and put her hand on the stove.
That was back in January. Yeah, I know. I didn't tell you guys that.
Why not?
We've only been asking the same questions for like 7 hours now.
Because honestly, I didn't want people are helping me. I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh, so you would rather go to jail while you're protecting somebody else because you got kids in your care that have injuries. So what are you doing? If you love these kids so goddamn much, you protect them.
Of course I love them.
You know what?
You think I think I over.
Don't go there. Not today, Satan. Not today. Don't go there.
It's because you guys don't know me. I understand the pictures already. I understand everything. I know everything. I see everything. I know the pictures. I know, okay, it's, as I say, you don't want to say it's the author against me, of course, with the pictures, but you guys don't understand how I was treating the kids. Okay? So, Ayana, she's an opportunist. Okay? The fact that she could not come, I don't know what happened, so she turned. She turned, and then you don't know me, you don't know Ayana, but Ayana's a storyteller. You understand what I'm saying? I know I made my mistakes.
Oh, so since you know what your mistakes are, what are they?
My mistakes are,
Tell us.
I should have taken them to the doctor, number one. Mm-hmm. And number two, when you guys asked me about those two questions, I should have been, saying, yes, I did pop, yes, I popped Papo. And Papo can tell you, I popped him. You understand what I'm saying? And second, I should have described the tip of their hands burn. You understand what I'm saying? So that's my mistake I made. You understand what I'm saying? I am not perfect.
Put yourself in our shoes as investigators.
I understand.
Okay, we're sitting here, you sitting there lying, you holding all this information. Put yourselves in our shoes. Put yourselves in our shoes that had to sit there and look at this dead girl on a goddamn bed at 7 years old. Put yourself in our shoes. How do you think we feel? We're parents just like you.
I understand.
I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand. These kids have been through hell. And you're supposed to protect them.
How do you know they've been through hell? That's what they told me.
That's what you told me.
I told you they've been through hell.
That's what you told me.
I told you they've been through hell.
You didn't say that they were crack babies, that they were tested positive for crack?
Oh, okay.
Oh, you didn't tell me that the mother had to go and steal clothes?
No, I thought you said they went through hell.
Listen. Don't try to mince my words. Don't try to change them.
I'm not changing. I thought you said that they went through hell with me.
They've had a horrible life.
I understand. That's why I adopted them. Because of their past, I would not let them go.
But these kids didn't look like that before they got with you. These kids now don't look the same as they did when they got to you. They look like they've been through a lot in your care. You're telling me they were burned in January 2018. She starts picking at her burns in October?
Not burns in October. I didn't say burns in October.
But she's picking at her hands where she was burned in January.
No, the burns were already healed.
Okay. But then, why is she picking at them then again in October?
She started having a water blister here. She had a big water blister there.
So from January to October, did you seek medical care for those burns?
They went to the doctor. I think they went to the doctor in May of 2018.
What doctor did they go to in May of 2018?
The same doctor, Dr. Alex Pierre.
Okay. And
hold a second. No, April. April, they all went April with me.
April of 2018.
18, yeah.
So that means that Dr. Pierre should have documentation in his records of these burns then. Right? I got the medical records.
Yeah, but I mean, he checked them. He didn't ask any. I didn't say anything.
So you didn't seek care for them if they got burnt in January. Even if you took them in April, if you didn't tell them the children were burned, I need you to look at these injuries, then you didn't seek medical care for them.
I did not. I just put the zinc oxide on them and they were tried. That's it.
And as a doctor, if he examined them in April, I'm sure he would have been able to see burns. So I know they did not go to the doctor in April.
They went to April because I went to pick up their. I went to April with all of them. I'm not sure if they all, but I know I went there.
Do you have the medical records
in April? I went with all of them, but I'm not sure they all were seen. I think it was only.
So you took all of them, but now you're not sure if they all were seen. So let me guess. So the ones that didn't have burns are the ones that were seen.
I think only went there for Papo and they all with me.
So now only Papo saw him again.
I think
just tell me what you just told me. Now only Papo saw him.
I think when I went back in April, only Papo was seen. But they all were.
I don't believe anything she's saying at this point.
It's changing from second to second. A minute ago, they were burned in January. You took them all to be seen in April. Then it went to, they were all seen in April, but then maybe they didn't. I didn't show them the hands. Then it went to, no, I think only Papo was seen in April.
I didn't show the hands. I said I did not say anything about the hands.
Why didn't you?
Because it was healed.
It was healed.
He was already healed. There wasn't anything there. And then he did his assessment. He checked.
So hold on a second. So if there wasn't anything there in April, do you see these pictures? We took these pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So how is it that there's evidence of burns now in November? How? If there's nothing there in April when you took them to the doctor, Samaya dies in November and we take pictures, how is it that we have evidence of burns if they're all healed?
Wait a second. They still have their marks on.
I told you I've been doing this job a long time.
This is not burn. This is a water blister. The burn was at the tip.
So now the burns happen under Ketley's hands. At Ketley's house. Did you confront Ketley about the burns?
Ketley didn't even see that. Ketley told me that Ayana told her that they were running around, they were in touch with the stove while she was cooking, and Ketley was outside. And Ketley told me yes, but when we looked at it, it was not really severe. It was just like, I said, okay.
At what point did it become severe, Gina? At what point did it become severe? Listen, we're playing tongue wrestling here.
Okay.
I'm listening. I'm going to give you the floor because, you know what, I'm just tired. I am really, really, really tired. I've been here since 5:30 this morning.
Okay.
What happened to these kids? And I'm going to give you the floor, and I'm not going to say a word. I want to hear from you. I'm not even going to write. What happened to these kids? That's a question that I just asked you. What happened? We're all parents here.
I need help.
Okay. We can get you that help, Gina.
I need my kids.
What happened?
I need help.
We're going to get you that help.
I need my kids back.
Well, you got to tell us what happened. Let's not waste any more time.
I I need help.
And we can get you the help I told you. That's why we got victim service coordinators here. What happened?
Every time I open my mouth, people guys say I'm lying, so I don't want to open my mouth anymore, but I just need help.
You need help in what? Because I can't give you help if I don't know what you need help for.
I need help to cope with everything.
Cope with what?
To cope with everything. I need help.
With what?
With everything.
Everything like what? Listen, one of the hardest things in life is to do right. That's one of the hardest things to do in life. Listen, I'm not angry at you, but I am angry because you know why?
I'm angry too.
Because let me tell you something.
But that should never happen.
It should have never happened. But you know what? We're parents. I love kids. I have a passion for kids. It's our job to protect them. It's our job to protect them. And as parents, sometimes we make mistakes. Listen, I grew up Haitian. I know.
I don't want you guys to say Haitian. That has
Listen.
to do with the way I was raised.
No.
My mother was very different.
Okay, your mom was different. Okay? I know how it is. I know the struggle. But that doesn't excuse what's been done. Now's the time to do the right thing so that we can get you the help that you need.
Excuse me. You guys don't understand with all those allegations and not understand the pictures. When I say the odds are against me, I'm not talking about you guys. The odds are against me, okay? But when I'm sitting in the court for Aina to say that I gave the girl bleach and after I gave her the bleach, she passed away. You understand what I'm saying? And you guys just like falling on whatever she said. How am I going to give her bleach? And you understand what I'm saying?
Listen, if that was the case, you would have been in jail a long time ago.
But they believe her.
Listen, I'm not talking about yesterday. I'm talking about right now.
Okay.
I'm talking about right now.
Okay.
And I think between myself and this detective, we're the people you will want to talk to and tell the truth to. We've given you and afforded you every opportunity.
Good.
Come on now, Mr. Emmanuel. We have been together since 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah. But part of the story is true, part of the story is not true.
Then tell us what. Tell us what.
But if I open my mouth, it's gonna again. You guys are saying.
Just tell the truth.
Okay?
Just tell the truth.
All we want to hear is the truth, Gina. Gina, that's all I want to hear. That's all I want to hear. We spent the last 8 hours listening to some lies, some not so lies. I don't know what to believe anymore.
That's why I'm not opening my mouth anymore, because whatever I'm going to say, It's,
no, we're ready to hear.
Listen.
We're ready to hear the truth.
Turn the damn page. Tell us what the hell happened to these kids.
Case closed.
No, I'm giving you the floor.
Yeah.
I'm giving you the floor. You turn this over as close this as I want to hear fresh.
Yeah.
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing
as
but
if we
the truth.
just came in here.
Okay, let me start with the signs and symptoms. That I'm telling the truth, Maya was not sick. Didn't have any upper respiratory problem prior to that Thursday, okay? But as far as the wounds, she started having them. She's speaking on them too. You understand what I'm saying? And at time, I threw shoes at her. Okay? But
And why do you throw shoes at her?
When she is like spitting on the floor, she is spitting on the floor and then peeing on her, and then at time, one time she put all the poo in the wall. Okay.
We know that because the kids told us that.
Okay, and then I'm like, why you did this? And then she wasn't sleeping. Okay, and the first time she did that, she was when we were at the group home. She pulled on her, and then she messed up the whole thing. I didn't do anything to her, but the second time, I'm like, girl, why you did this? And I threw the shoe at her. You know what I'm saying?
That's all you did.
That's all I did to discipline her that time. I say.
Did you spank her with a shoe?
No, I just threw the shoe at her, and I'm
Okay.
like,
And what did you hit her when you threw the shoe at her?
her back.
Okay.
And I made her clean up the spot. Okay. And as for Ayana, I never touch Ayana. But Tanaya, I popped her sometime because her and Papo, she and Papo, so when she goes to school, they will tell me certain things that she's doing. I'm like, you're not supposed to be doing that. You're not supposed to be doing that. Yes, I did pop.
Okay.
Okay. So I am telling the truth. But as far as those marks, no, I never use a belt.
What do you pop her with?
My hand with Papo and Titi, okay? At times they will get such, but and then when Papo was in the car, I took Papo up front. Because this is what, like, always. But Maya will spit on the floor, will pee on her, even whenever she's mad. You tell her to do something she doesn't like, she just sit down. And it's a recurrent behavior.
Of course. And we know that.
But what I was trying to understand, that's why sometimes, most of the time I'm trying to be kind of passive with her, because when she left her house, she went to this house, she didn't speak English, and there was a problem at the house, she didn't speak English, she only learned Spanish, so she was just learning English, and Ayana was, that's why I took her to the Aventura police, because I was like...
When did you take her to the Aventura Police Department?
2017.
For what?
Behavior.
So you took it to the police department?
Yeah,
And what were you reporting?
I told them that about her behavior. She's been bullying, she's been hitting people in the school,
Samaya?
Samaya.
Okay, did they write a police report?
They took her in, they showed her around, and when she came, she was trying to say, Mommy, I would never do that anymore.
Tell me how this was caused. Because like I told you, I know there was something. Was that a shoe that was used?
When I hit her with the shoe was the back, not the front.
So what caused this injury?
That I told you I'm not, because I know sometimes what's her name they been fighting, she and Ayana. So but I know about this. So I don't know. I thought it was part of it.
Ayana be fighting with who?
Samaya. There was a big jealousy among those two. Because when Ayana came, she didn't have any clothes. When I picked up Maya from her foster home, they didn't give her any clothes, so I went shopping for Maya. Maya was coming to me and said, Ayana's hitting me. I said, no. And one day I was dating them, and I saw Ayana. They all were in the car, and I just kicked her. And I'm like, Ayana. She thought I was not looking. I said, Ayana, why you kicked her? Oh, she said, no. I said, I saw you kicking her. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know if Ayana hit her, but I didn't hit, the shoe. Yes, I, took the shoe at her.
So now there's a history of fighting between Ayana
and Samaya. Yeah.
Okay, not between, what's the kid name?
Titi.
No.
Titi.
Your son.
Papo.
Not between Papo and Samaya.
Papo get involved with Samaya. But they fight, those two would fight. Papo would fight with Samaya. Samaya would not let Papo hit him. She would fight. But Papo will hit Jovan. Will hit everybody, but I've never seen. I only saw Papa attacking Samaya, Ayana once in the car, and that was it. But as far as
So talk to me about the other injuries.
The other injuries as the back.
The back.
The back happened after
this one.
That happened in November, after the death. That's when they were playing. As you can see, it's a fresh. And then, do you have the leg? You don't have the leg?
Yeah, we got the leg.
Okay. The leg and that was fresh. It was like, I'll say after the death, she passed away Saturday, I'll say the weekend, between the week of the death, that's when that happened.
Okay, what happened?
I told you with the jumping, I'm not lying. They were jumping on the bed, and that happened.
Who was jumping on the bed?
Titi and Papo.
Okay, now that we're getting somewhere, we know that you said that sometimes you would get a little upset because they were repeatedly getting into trouble and they were repeatedly misbehaving. And you said you threw shoes at Samaya?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you throw shoes at any other children?
Papo.
At Papo.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever...
When he's running, I cannot catch him.
Okay.
But I think shoes nice.
Do you recall where it hit him on his body when you threw it at
Papo?
Yeah.
Oh, I always got their back.
Okay.
Because they're all running away from you. You see Papo is a mark here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And what was that mark from?
Fell.
Okay.
He fell down.
Okay.
And he also
so you're
has
saying,
a mark.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So just making sure, you're saying that when you threw you remember an occasion
Mm-hmm.
where you threw a shoe at Papo,
Mm-hmm.
It hit him in his back, and he fell and hit the top of his head.
Oh no, when he fell, I had to shoot at him. He was just running and he fell.
Okay.
And then.
Okay. I'm just making sure what you're saying, because all the children have something right here.
Yeah, Papa fell.
Papa fell.
When Papa fell, Papa fell when he was there. When he was actually in the social worker was coming at the house. Social worker saw it.
Okay.
And then he went to school.
Okay.
And
then what about Ayana?
Ayana has a mark. Ayana came with some mark, but some mark I told you with this, she was like picking, scratching herself. You want to see her arms and her back? Yes, because she has an allergy with this. She was like, and then when she went up there, remember I told you she climbed up there. When she bought Ayana, yeah, Ayana climbed up there in the bathroom, and then when she bought the frame and everything, she got some scratch.
Okay, so Papa got a mark right here in the middle of his forehead.
Papa fell.
Ayana has a mark right here in the middle of her.
Ayana came with this. I didn't have anything.
And so Tanaya has a mark right here also.
Tanaya fell at school too.
What school is that?
When she was at Bethany, there was a fall.
So there should be a record of that.
I don't know if it did, but she did fall there. And when Pablo fell too, I didn't take him to the doctor.
And why didn't you take any of these kids to the doctor?
That's what I said. That's my mistake. You understand what I'm saying? That's my mistake because, I think I'm a nurse. I can handle this. It was not a big thing. And then it turned out to be a big, like a little keloid in his forehead. Yeah. I didn't take him. He fell on the way I was going to take him to school. He was running. He fell in the house. And I put a bandage and I called the school. I said, he just fell. And I took him and I showed them. And then that's it.
A minute ago when we were just talking, you admitted that you needed help.
I need help.
Okay. Talk to me about that.
I need help because the way everything happened, it shouldn't happen like this. I think I need more counseling to have my kids back. You understand what I'm saying? If I were to supervise them more, that would never happen. It's not that I was going out partying. The only time I go is when I have to go shopping. You understand what I'm saying? But if I had like, what did I say that? If I had, okay, for example, I kept, in my head I think they are mine. But if I had used another tactic, knowing that you understand to deal with them. For example, when I spiked the behavior, I should have taken action.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? When Maya started eating herself, I should have gone. When this happened, I should have gone. You understand what I'm saying?
Should have gone where?
Should have gone to the doctor or call DCF and then get a mental. Because at the end of the day, they all sound mental. But to me, I was in denial. They were not mental. You understand what I'm saying? So I let things happen. You understand what I'm saying? And I get upset too sometimes. But as far as the tape, okay? And I can say the only time we don't even use tape. When you're playing hide and seek, the blindfold. That's the only time I take a shirt, I will wrap around them, and then we're gonna play hide and seek around the house. That's the only time I cover their eyes. Okay? But other than that, I think I was like letting Papo do everything, and then I was not, let me see how I'm gonna say it. Like, I didn't pay attention much to the girls. I was giving Papa much attention and allowing him to do a lot of stuff that was supposed to be controlled. You understand what I'm saying? That's where I failed and stuff like that. And then the reason why I didn't report the burns, because I didn't want people to get in trouble.
When you say you didn't want people to get in trouble, who?
So she's doing me a favor, right? She's babysitting the kids for me, and I'm not paying her. You understand what I'm saying? It's an incident. Even her son one day got burned, but it was like a second-degree burn. You understand what I'm saying? But she took her son to the hospital. But in my case, they were not second-degree. They were like first-degree burns. You understand? I said, okay, that's okay. I'm just gonna put some zinc oxide in some aloe, because I always have aloe in some honey and things. They were dry like in a week. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't see the need because I got everything under control. But I should have taken them. You understand what I'm saying? I should have taken them. But when the question is, did I burn them? I would never. You guys don't know how much I love those kids. As a matter of fact, you didn't know me. I lost over 60 pounds because I cannot even sleep at night because Papa used to sleep with me. Papa and Titi. Okay? So I'm still missing my kids. And I still want my kids back.
And I understand that.
But if I can get help.
But you don't make the things easier when you lie to the police. You don't make things easier.
I understand. I said I did not burn them, which I did not, but I was aware of the burns.
But that's what, again, this is exactly what frustrates us. Okay?
I understand. But this here is from the fall.
Listen, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact of the matter is that there are questions that have to be answered, and you gotta answer them. You know, you gotta sit here. We're going on 9 hours, and I'm just sat here. You know, all these questions that you failed. You know, there's a reason why you failed them. You know what I mean? So what does that tell you? That this system works. This works.
I'm not fighting with the system. I never said it worked.
Listen, I'm just saying we didn't have to get to this point.
I understand, but the way the question was asked, if I burned them, which I did not. But I'm aware that they were burned. But in my presence, no. Like a lot of Maya's injuries happen when I'm not around. Okay? When she was under the lady's care. You understand what I'm saying?
What lady's care?
Wynette. You understand what I'm saying? So when I think she's reporting.
But who's the parent?
I'm the parent.
So if it happened in somebody else's care, you being the adoptive mother, you being the mother who
That's what I told you. I failed.
Who adopted the children. It's your responsibility to make sure these. You can't have a child continuously getting injured in somebody's care. Kuban and whatever name, Command. What's this lady's name? I can't even think of it now. Command's house, Renette's house. When she visited Catley, all these people, their kids are getting injured. They come back to you. They're your responsibility when you adopt them.
That's what I told you. I failed.
And then you don't think to ever seek medical attention for these children? And you don't think to seek medical attention or to call and say, I need help because these kids are out of control. I can't handle these kids. They get hurt here, hurt there, hurt here. Nobody can do anything with these kids.
I thought I could. I thought they were not a big deal. You understand what I'm saying? I thought it was, you know, normal because kids pay, but you know, to the point it's out of control. They were those injuries were out of control.
They were.
Yeah, I know. They were, but you know, that's why I said
these injuries are over the top.
I know.
And the multitude. It's a lot of, it's numerous.
Yes.
We have 4 children and there's injuries on the children.
Every single one.
But you guys say every single one. The court, they say Papa has nothing. I say yes, Papa has 2. Papa has 1 here, and Papa has 1 on his other.
Right. And so that's what I'm saying. I don't know what happened with them. We give you the benefit of the doubt, and we talk to you like a human being. We give you every opportunity to explain to us what happened to these children. Every opportunity. And all we ask you to do is tell us the truth.
I explained.
We know that the children were burned. We know that the children were disciplined by their hands being placed on the stove.
That's what I cannot say yes for this. It wasn't true. You understand what I'm saying? He wasn't true. I would not burn those 2. Because when Ayana said, Pop Jovan is on a special bread, everybody it's the same thing. Jovan was on a special bread because they stole Jovan's bread, and then I put their hands on the stove. I said, no, the only person who was stealing at the house was Ayana. Constantly, and this is when she would pick everything, put it in the closet, and I started taking pictures. Okay, she would take the milk, put it in the bottle of water, and put it in the closet. Okay, so I'm like, we all eat one thing. The only person.
And then now you're telling me that when we ask you about tape, first you say there's no tape in the house.
I don't know how that tape got in because Wynette and the other lady was helping me because I didn't buy them, they bought them, and also you're gonna see you also saw plastic, right? Or plastic wrap. They were not mine.
But is this your bathroom? Is this the things that's in your bathroom?
That's my bathroom, yeah. So that doesn't they put it there.
They went in your bathroom and
my door is open. My door is open.
So when you get there, this is not your tape, and you go in your bathroom and you see this piece of tape on your countertop. You don't say, "Hey, why is this tape here?"
I know. I'm aware that the tape is here because they were using the tape to wrap the boxes.
Okay, this is in your home, and you're telling me at first you didn't know the tape was there, but now you're saying you knew they had tape to wrap the boxes.
They came with the tape.
Yeah, but we asked you hours ago whether you had tape. You go, I don't have any tape in my house.
I didn't even know they left it here.
But you're saying you saw this here and you knew that they brought it to you.
I saw it after when I went back. That day that when she worked for me, she wrapped the boxes for me. Did you have the green wrap? There's also green wrap placed in my closet.
What's that got to do with anything? They have the green wrap?
Yeah, they put everything.
Okay, why is it left in your closet?
That's where they put it, to store it.
Why are they storing things in your house, in your closet?
Because for future use.
Yeah, she's got all kind of fruits and stuff inside the bedroom. Got a pot on the countertop.
Pot? What I have?
Yeah.
What I have?
A pot. I mean, a pot on your dresser.
A pot.
Sometimes, Mel, you just have to show people. Where's the picture of the dresser? No, that's not it.
The dresser that you skin?
With that chest. Y'all pictured out, dude.
I am.
Pictures.
I do.
You see a cooking pot?
Yeah. You see those pictures. I just gave you some pictures. The one that we showed her with where they were jumping off.
Let me see if I have it right here.
It's alright.
It's not in here.
Here, this one.
That's it.
Is this a pot right here? Or is that my eyes playing tricks on me?
That's the pot for Papa. That's Papa's pot. That's Papa's food. That I left there early in the morning because that's what was his hot cereal. So what does it have to do with?
Why is Papa's pot in your room?
Because I was feeding him.
Out the pot?
No. As you can see, playing on the towel. I boiled it and I put it in a plate and I left it there.
You brought the whole pot?
The whole pot. That's what I do every year. And let it there for it to cool and for me to serve him.
Okay. So you're serving Papa. What about the other children?
The other children have their food. Papa eats special. Papa
Okay.
doesn't eat everything. He's very picky.
Okay.
Papa eats white rice every day. I have to make white rice for him.
Alright. So when you're discussing that you know that you failed, you know that you've been telling us half-truths. Half-truths, you understand what I mean by that? You're telling us a bit here, a bit there. Now it's I just went to spanking. I went my hand only on Papa. Now it's yes, all the kids, I threw shoes at them. We need you just to tell us how you normally discipline the children.
Most of the time, it's taking their privilege away.
Most of the time, I understand that.
Yes. And then fixing the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then I never laid my hands on Ayana.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then TT, I told you, I popped TT and Papu because they're always with me. They're always, fighting. But Maya, when I only threw shoes at Maya, like I can say 2 or 3 times when she did that.
When she did what?
When she peed, spit, she can sit down and I'm going to tell her, I say, Maya, go wash your hands, for example. And, if I can tell her anything, for example, and she's like, she got mad. Or if Ayana come and tell me because they came in the room fighting and then Ayana came to me and reported her. And I'm like, Maya, sit here. So the fact I put her to sit here, she would pee on her, spit on her, and poo on her. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, why you did this? And she's like, I said, I'm talking to you, girl. I said, get up and go clean. And then so she's like, I say, okay. So when I got the shoes, so that's when she got up and I just threw the shoes at her. Because when I said, I'm going to do it, I did it.
Okay. And where do you remember her being when you threw the shoe at her?
She was in the living room. Sitting, because sometimes the timeout can be a chair in front of my room.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes the timeout could be what?
A chair sitting in front of my room.
Okay.
You saw where my room is, and put the chair there. So you can be facing me. I said, okay, you and I don't know what's going on. Sit here and facing me.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So sometimes when you would put her in a chair facing your room, I know you just mentioned this. Sometimes you would tape their eyes to play hide and go seek.
I don't tape. I use Jovan's old undershirt.
Okay.
And I would wrap their eyes. I had videos too. Or sometimes we played around. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I don't tip them like they are saying. I tip them.
So sometimes when you would put the chair in front of your bedroom, would you make Samaya stand at the back of the chair?
No. The chair is, you see the small chairs? Yeah, no. She would sit in front of me so I said, now you're going to sit in front of me. I'm working. I don't want you to go there. And that's when she's going to start peeing, spitting on the floor.
The kids also mentioned their faces being tied, their eyes being tied, or something covering their eyes from time to time. They also mentioned Samaya being tied to the back of a chair to stand up. You're telling me now that you know that you put stuff around their eyes, but you're saying it was for some other reason.
We're playing hide and seek.
So, was there a reason why sometimes you would tape Samaya to the chair?
I don't never tip Samaya. I'm telling you that part. I never tip Samaya to the chair.
Okay.
I can have her come to, because you see the small chairs that they have. You see you went in, right?
Right.
You see you see their table. I said, take your chair, come and sit in front of me. And then she had her desk too. She broke her desk. So I said, okay, you break her desk. I'm not buying any more desks. You understand what I'm saying? But I would never tip Maya around the chair.
Okay. Did you have toys for them to play with?
They have toys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where were the toys?
The toys they have the toys in the closets, and they have the toys. You see the table, all the toys. When you walk in, you didn't see the table with all the toys. Yeah.
Okay. And did you allow them to play with the toys?
Of course, that's their toys. And if you go in their bedroom, they have their baby dolls and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
With Samaya being, a child that got into a lot of trouble, would Samaya be able to play with the toys from time to time?
Samaya had her own toys. She came with a lot of toys, so she had her own. Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you. I don't go to the bathroom anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's free. We're not charging you for the bathroom.
No, I know, but come on. No, they all had their. I'm not saying Samaya was the worst. You understand what I'm saying? But being coming from one house to another house, coming to my house, you understand? It takes a little adjustment.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? It takes a little adjustment. But the thing is, first she didn't even speak English. She started speaking English, and then Ayana used to pick on her. You understand? They were always fighting, those two, bickering and stuff like that. But Maya was very, she would not settle down for nobody. So that's why all the time she's with me, and I take her out too. You understand what I'm saying? We went out. Maya was my world. Okay, and that created a big jealousy between Ayana and her, because because of the attention I was giving her.
What made Maya your world?
Because first of all, when she went, she didn't come to me. She went to that house. Okay, and then that time I have to attend to her needs, taking her to the dentist, taking her to the doctor. And then when she always coming to me, she always giving me affection. Okay, those two, Titi, that's another one, always hugging me and kissing me. But when she came home, the fact that I picked her up from the foster home, they didn't give me none of her clothes. Even though I bought clothes for her, and then they didn't give her any clothes. I'm saying, oh my goodness. So they gave me clothes that are like baby clothes, like infant's clothes, painted. So I just threw them away. So I had to give her extra attention to begin with, so she can adapt to us. Even though she was coming every week to the house, you understand what I'm saying? But I wanted to give her extra attention, and that extra attention really got on my Ayana's nerves. And Papa's nerves. Okay? So to the point I had to just let go. And then when she was not getting my attention, that's when she started acting up. When I asked her, why you did this? She goes, I miss you, Mommy. You understand? Because, she was like, to me, she doesn't like me. You know what I'm saying? Among other. So the attention I was giving her, I stopped giving it to her because I see that I was creating a problem around them. So I just let everybody free. Except for Papa.
And the bottom line is, we're still at the same place. Your story of what you're telling us doesn't match the injuries on the children. Throwing a shoe and hitting someone in the back one time is not going to cause these children to have this amount of injury.
I didn't say one time. I said at least 3 times.
At least 3 times? Okay. And always in the back, or where else would you hit them with?
Because they're always running.
Okay.
So I always get the back.
Would you have to spank them and hit them anywhere else in their bodies? Because I already told you that one injury that I saw around the stomach, I know came from...
Yes, you showed it to me.
Right.
Yes, you showed it to me, but I was under the impression that it was from the allergy reaction. But you told me no.
I'm telling you, absolutely.
Yeah, you told me no.
So that again too is saying, you as the mother, You having custody of these children, and you have a child that has that kind of injury, and you don't know, and you don't find out how that child was injured like that? Because it didn't come from scratching.
When they showed me that picture, I thought it was a scratch. It looked like a scratch, but you said no. The mark here.
So, knowing that these children possibly had some type of mental conditions from what you were telling me, you think now looking back, these kids could have had some kind of mental illness. Who are you referring to when you think that? Which child?
All of them.
When you say all of them, which one?
Papo. I already know Ayana was. But Papo, with its behavior, Titi is Titi. Titi's like, she likes to play. She likes to jump. That's normal. That's the age group. But most likely Papo and Tanaya.
Okay. And what about Samaya?
Samaya, I meant, sorry.
Okay.
Tanaya is very playful, very intelligent, very playful, but of course she's scared, you understand? But I know she's very hyper. That's why I give her more water than anything. But I think when I'm looking back, the way her behavior, that should have been reported. And I should have seek mental help for her. Because starting eating, picking on yourself, you understand what I'm saying? But to me it was not a big deal, but it turned out to be was a big deal. Right. And that's where I felt as a caregiver. And Papo too, even though I did speak to the doctor, I should have done more. I should have not tolerated those behaviors.
Because it's your job, but even if you don't inflict the injuries, if you see this child is having one injury today, 2 injuries tomorrow, 3 injuries, and you don't intervene or get some type of protective capacity to protect these children.
At the end of the day, it's me. That's what I say. The odds are against me.
It's not like the odds are against
when I said odds,
you have a duty to care.
That's what I said. Because I failed, and that's why now the odds are against me.
So your normal form of discipline would be timeout for the age appropriate for their age. You would pop Papo sometimes on his leg with your hand. On his butt, and you would throw shoes at them that sometimes would catch them on their back. Okay. Did you ever keep the shoe in your hand while you spanked them? And not throw it?
I don't spank them with the shoes, no.
Okay. And what type of shoe was this that you was throwing?
My sandals.
Okay. But you know that it has caused injury to them. And that picture that we showed you, was it from the shoe?
This? Yes. No, that's from the fall. That's from the fall.
So where did you know that it caused injury from?
If I caused injury too?
Yes, you say you know for a fact that one time when you threw a shoe, it left a mark on a child.
It was Maya.
Maya. On her back?
On her back.
Okay. Can you think of any other time that you struck Maya with a shoe or anything else that would cause a mark to be left on her body?
It was just the 3 times but one time I know she had the mark on her back, upper.
On her upper part of her back? So you know of 3 injuries that was caused by you throwing a shoe at Maya to her back?
She only had 1, but I threw the shoe at her 3 times.
Okay. And it was an injury to her back. Can you recall any other time that you did use discipline with her that left a mark or a bruise? No matter how big, no matter how small?
No.
Do you remember any other time that Samaya was injured after you disciplined her?
Just the back, upper back. That's the fall I told you. See, it was like the blood was under. It was not open from Titi's leg.
Okay. And then the mark on the forehead for Samaya, how did you say that happened?
Samaya fell.
Samaya fell.
She fell in the tub and she hit her head on the water faucet.
Did you seek medical care for her that time?
I already told you I didn't seek any, even with Papo. All of them I just...
I'm showing you now Tanaya's right leg. You see the bruising there?
That's from the fall. That's inside.
So she got an injury to the back, the side and the front of her leg?
I didn't know about this one, but I know about the one that I just showed you.
But that fall occurred in what month?
This November after the death.
Okay. And you don't recall ever seeing this injury?
I don't remember seeing this, but I know I saw the back and I saw the side. I didn't see this.
Okay. But you would be responsible for bathing them and getting them dressed?
They bathe by themselves.
Okay. Did you help lay their clothes out and get them dressed in the morning?
No, they have to choose. They choose. They get their clothes ready.
And how old was Tanaya?
Tonight was 5.
You didn't assist her at all with getting dressed?
They were very independent.
Okay. Did you see her naked though at points in time in the house when you would have to do anything? Lay out her clothes before she's putting on
I don't lay her clothes. She lay her clothes. No, she went to the bathroom and take a shower and then wrap herself and go to her room and put on her clothes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So how did you see the injury on the back and not see the injury on the front?
Because when she fell, I saw it. Because when I was checking her, and I saw the bruise on the back and I saw the leg.
You just saw one side of the leg?
I saw one side of the leg, but I didn't see the inner part. I just saw the one on the lateral side, the one that you just showed. Yeah, mm-hmm. I saw it. Immediately I saw it because it was, but I didn't see this one.
Okay. And what did you do at that point? When you saw the back and the leg, what did you do?
It was not open. It was like a bruise.
Okay. But it's more than a bruise now because you see it's a permanent scar. It's still there.
The back is still there? They took the picture the same time. Right after. It wasn't any new pictures. The same. She fell like 2 or 3 days after they took the pictures.
She fell 2 or 3 days
after? 2 or 3 days she fell, they took the pictures.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. To who? Samaya?
I am. Tanaya.
Mm-hmm. So, when you say that you need help, what is that for?
To help.
Because you say you want to get the children back.
Mm-hmm.
You say that you said something about mental, something you were saying. Tell me what you were saying. You were saying something about, I need help. I said
I need help because to become a better parent, number one. Number two, because I took things for granted. Because if I didn't give them the attention that they needed. Okay? Because, of course I'm a nurse, but that doesn't mean anything. I should have seen those signs. I should have sought medical treatment. Not medical treatment, but mental treatment for them. Though she was getting a therapist just released her, I should have pushed for more. You understand what I'm saying? I think I was more like passive in caring for them than being active. You understand what I'm saying? Because when she started with that behavior, I should have done something.
When Samaya started picking at her wounds.
Not when she started hurting herself. Because she didn't have a wound first. She started, hurting herself. I should have, gone to call citrus. You understand what I'm saying? Do an evaluation on her.
Right. And that would be the normal thing to do.
Exactly.
And anyone would know that would be you.
Exactly.
Okay. So you just allowed it to continue and just decided I'm just going to cover it up with the gauze and the ointment and the sap you put on it. And with all the troubles that the kids had and all the misbehavior, you think they may have had some mental issues? You're saying that you think you need help so you can get them back?
I need help for me. You understand what I'm saying? To be a better parent. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? And then for all of us to go to, we all need therapy. Because I think I jumped too quick because I didn't really understand their needs. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I didn't really understand their needs because I never deal with those kind of children, and I thought I was doing something good, and I wasn't doing anything good. You understand what I'm saying? Even though I went to the training, but I think I need help.
Mm-hmm. And the part that you need help with is what part?
I need help with everything. Being a parent, being a good parent, and then being more responsible. Because I know I failed.
Yeah. So this is Tanaya.
Tanaya.
And you said this occurred?
She fell at school.
You said this injury occurred at school at Bethany?
Bethany.
Okay.
There was from the fall in the dresser. These.
Okay.
From the dresser, I told you when they were jumping, when I was taking a shower.
So Tanaya is the one that fell and got injuries to her hand?
Mm-hmm. And you go see Papa has something here, have you guys checked Papa's abdomen?
Mm-hmm.
Papa had something too.
Okay. So you're saying Tanaya and Papa fell in the dresser?
Those two, they were jumping.
And you think these injuries on her hand came from them? When she fell out the dresser?
There was here in November.
A couple of days after Samaya passed?
Passed away, yeah. The same week. She passed on Saturday, I don't remember when, and then they went to take the pictures.
Okay. Do you remember seeing these marks on her body?
What was this?
Tanaya.
Some marks. Come on, all this?
Yes. This area right here.
On her arm?
Yes.
I don't know if she got them from the fall, but she didn't, I didn't see that. It's a bruise, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that picture's not even clear yet.
Okay. So a lot of injuries can be attributed to this one fall, is what you're telling me?
I didn't know how she fall, but I found her upside down.
Okay.
And then her head was inside the dresser.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? But I was able to see the back and the side.
Okay.
Because it was like.
But now you're telling me also her fingers.
Yeah, I was able to see that because they were obvious for me to see because she was bleeding there. There was a little blood coming out there.
Okay. And this as well. The inside of her fingers.
That's the January incident.
Okay, and what was the January incident?
When they were playing, they touched the stove.
Okay. And this was at Kamad, what's the lady's name?
Ketley.
Ketley's home. And this is one of Tania's arms as well. These spots.
Okay.
Do you recall how she received that injury?
I don't know if Papa hit her because she and Papa always, but I don't know if that happened with the fall, but I wasn't even aware of this. I didn't. Let me see the dress. Oh no, that's the dress we went to.
This is Tanaya's stomach.
That was from Papa.
What happened?
The shoes.
What do you mean, the shoes?
With my shoes, Papa was fighting with her, and Papa was just like hitting her on her chest.
Who is that?
Titi.
This is Tanaya's stomach.
And it happened the same day of the death.
This is well?
The same thing.
Okay.
Not the same thing, the next day. That's the fall I told you. When she fell, that's the same picture.
Okay. So she has injuries?
She has bruises.
Bruises.
Mm-hmm.
With bleeding, so that's an injury on the fingers. You telling me the
fingers were bleeding, but not the back, not the leg.
Okay. So from this one incident, she had injuries over the majority of her body, from basically top to bottom.
Yes.
From this one incident.
Yes, when she fell, yeah.
And explain to me what you did at that point when you found her with her head inside of the dresser, hanging from the top of the dresser. What you telling me?
I picked her up, and that's when I saw the back. I'm saying, she said, I'm okay. I said, okay, let me check. I checked her back. That's when I saw, because she had undershirt on, and the back was bruised, and then I saw this. It's not water filled. It's like the blood was under. As you can see, it was dark, very dark, and I'm like, okay. And then the fingers, she had some cuts. So I put some, again, I washed it, and then I put some in the ointment on it.
All of this. Again,
that's the side.
Okay. And you saying you didn't see this?
I didn't see this one.
You can see this part, but you didn't see this.
Because this one was obvious. This one was not that dark. Maybe that's why I didn't see it, but this one was very obvious to see.
Yeah.
This child to be this age and have this many injuries all over her body seems a bit extreme.
It's just the
No, you're telling me from the back of her. You're telling me from the side of her and the back of her legs.
the side of her leg.
Okay. And you're telling me in the front of her.
I didn't see the front.
Okay.
You showed me the front. I didn't see
And then
it.
you're telling me her fingers.
Her fingers, yeah, her fingers. I don't know if the fingers got caught in the doors. I don't know how she fell.
Okay.
You know?
And then you're saying another part of her body, by her ankles, had an injury too.
No, I only told you three parts: the fingers, the back, and the side.
She didn't have a mark down by her ankle?
I didn't see anything on the ankle. That's
You
her
remember
knee.
seeing this?
That's her knee.
The back of her knee? Her
That's the
calf?
back of her knee. Okay.
This just seems severe. Okay, her buttocks. It's a little dark, but you can see that it's bruising.
Where?
Her buttocks. This area.
Her back or buttocks.
Buttocks.
Okay.
Do you recall her having any injuries on her buttocks?
No. I don't.
So one day, she got all these injuries all over her body.
Not one day, but I didn't know. You see in the buttocks, but I still don't see anything in the buttocks. But I know the fall when she fell. I don't know how she fell, and she got caught between those two doors of the dresser. And then when I heard her crying, and I ran out of the shower, that's when I saw her hanging. And then that's when I saw this, because she was upside down. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then so I don't know about the buttocks.
Okay. This is the one I was referring to. Down by her ankle.
That's from Papo.
How did Papa cause that injury?
Papo hit her with his belt. And I threw the belt away.
Probably means his butt beat. It sounds like you
don't know Papo.
Let me get some coffee. You want anything to drink now?
No.
That's what I was telling you. Because he didn't bleed, but everything was under.
Okay. Give me a minute.
Can I say one thing?
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome. You want to say something to me by myself?
It doesn't matter. He can be here.
He can be here.
I have to drink some coffee. You have our attention.
Okay. What I'm gonna say with Maya's wounds. With Maya's wounds, the hand. She only have one on the hand, not two. Okay? She had like a big blister that came out. That should have brought my attention. That something was wrong with Maya.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're having blisters like this, that's when your body is retaining fluids. And I did not pay attention to that. And it was, I can tell you, they all can tell you, Miss Winnet can tell you, it was very big. She woke up and then it was at the bubble. Okay? And then she picked it and it started opening. So if, again, I should have, but it's too late. Okay? But as far as Titi, with her marks, again, I did not spank Titi. Titi fell. But what happened here, the mark you say here, I pinched her.
Okay. Which one is that?
Because why I pinched her, she went to school, she was stealing from herself. Because I gave her the lunch, And then she went and ate the lunch, and she went to the teacher, said I didn't bring her any lunch. And the teacher said she's gonna call me, and then she said and then not this one. I'm gonna tell you when you come to it. And then the teacher said teacher was gonna call me, and then the student said no, don't call the mother. The mother sent the food for her. She did that Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. The teacher told me that, and I'm like, why you did that? And I pinched her. Right here.
The mark in the middle?
Yes.
The mark that's in the middle right here, that looks like it's a pretty good size. A pretty good length.
Yeah,
So how'd you do it? You took your hand?
And twist it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And why'd you do it there? And not the arm or something?
Because she was closer to me, because she was in the back, and I just, turn around, and I'm like, why you did this, And the teacher was like, she said, she did it every day. She was hiding, she ate the food, and then when lunchtime, she said, I don't have any food. And the teacher caught her, watching her, and then caught her later on. She said, she has to tell me that she did it every day. And I'm like, and then when she was in the back sitting, and I'm like, why you did this?
Okay. Is there anything else you want to tell me?
That's it.
So that incident happened when Tanaya was stealing.
She wasn't stealing.
But she told a story about having.
Yeah, she wasn't stealing. She ate. Okay, she asked the teacher, "Can I go drink water?" Because
What school was this?
St. Lawrence.
St. Lawrence. St. Lawrence is. That's 26th Avenue, 22nd Avenue, and like 190th.
Yes. So she.
That's a Catholic school.
That's a Catholic school. Yeah.
There's carnivals there every year.
Yes. So she went and told the teacher, "Can I go drink water?" Because I sent everything for her. And then she went and drank the water. She ate her lunch. And then when lunchtime came, she told the teacher, "I didn't send her any food." And then the student said, "No, I saw her eating her lunch. She ate her lunch." So the second day, the teacher was watching her. She did the same thing. Then she asked the teacher to drink some water from her lunch box. Teacher said, "Okay, go ahead and drink the water." So she went and drank the water. When she drank the water, she started eating the food. The teacher said, "You cannot do that." She did that Wednesday again. So on Thursday, when she told me that, I'm like, how many times I told you guys, don't embarrass yourself when you go out there and stuff like that. And then she started saying, no. Then I turned around. I was driving. I turned around and I because she was in the back, and I just turned around and pinched her.
Pinch her to bring it towards you or?
Towards me.
And what were you saying the whole time that you pinched her? Like, did you say anything to her when you pinched her stomach?
Yes.
What did you say?
I said, why you have to embarrass yourself all the time? I already told you guys that. Do not embarrass yourself. Why are you doing this? I sent food for you. I fed you before I drive you to school. You understand what I'm saying? And I sent you enough. Even the teacher was saying, I don't know why you would bring all the food. I said, they eat a lot. You understand what I'm saying? I said, I told you have to be honest. You have to be truthful because I'm already dealing with Ayana. I don't want to deal with you like that. And then she said, and then she's still saying, I didn't. I said, well, the teacher had no reason to lie on you.
Right. And you remember what? Because she went to St. Lawrence when she first came to you, right?
No. She went to Bethany.
Okay, so when was she at St. Lawrence?
2017, 18.
And how old was she then?
She was 425.
425.
And that was TT or?
TT.
TT.
They both, TT and Melvin, went to St. Lawrence and Bethany.
Okay.
And then you reached in the back seat while you're driving home to school.
Mm-hmm.
You took her skin and you twisted
Was it in the back seat of the school or was it at the school?
She was in the back seat of my car.
Okay.
when you were leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And what was her reaction? What did Nia do?
She didn't do anything.
Did she cry?
Mm-mm.
She didn't do anything.
Mm-mm. She didn't cry. She was like.
Okay.
At what point did you know that she left a mark?
No, I saw it the next day.
And you said that was 2017 or 2018?
18.
Do you remember about what time? That was when she was just starting at that school, just about to leave?
She was leaving. It was May.
When did you take her out of that school?
Mm?
When did you take her out of
She
that
graduated.
school? Okay, and when? And like
May.
Like May?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this picture still shows that scar being there in November. This stomach still looks
and
like
it's still there.
And it's still there.
It's still there, yeah.
So that's a permanent scar she's gonna have from that.
It's still there because when I saw her, when I was seeing them, yeah, I see it. And she has a new mark right now. She has another Okay, did you guys? Okay, she has another fall.
No, but kids fall. We understand the falls. We're talking about things that occurred while you were
under my custody.
Yeah. Because now she's no longer with you. So if she falls now, a new fall, that has nothing to do with you. Because that didn't occur while you were responsible for it. What we're talking about was when they were in your custody, under your control, and you were responsible for them. So, from what I'm saying is, there's a lot of scars on Tania to be 4 or 5 years old, very young, to have these kind of injuries on their bodies. 4 or 5 years old, and they're getting permanent scars from being disciplined.
Just this one.
Okay.
But those been disciplined, the burn, no. Just this one, I remember I did this.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? I said, why you did this? And then that time I had, long nails, and then. Okay. But other than that, the others, they were like fresh.
What do you mean?
Like the back and the side, they were just happened in November after the death.
Okay. And that was from the throwing of the shoes, or when was that?
Fall.
From the fall. Okay.
Because tonight's pictures, it's like the same week. Because the same week I had people coming over, they were all over. They were all over Papo. And I had to take Papo to school. When Papo came, it was like a problem. But these pictures tonight with the back and this, that happened the week of the death.
Okay. And I know you said that you saw Samaya's hand. One of her hands had a large.
That's what I say. That's why, all of this were like symptoms for me to do something when she had the big blister. Because when you're having blisters, water blisters, that means that your body's retaining fluid.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I should have done something. You see what she is?
And you noticed that blister in October?
Beginning of October.
So she was retaining water in October. What type of symptoms or what type of illness will a person have to retain water like that?
It can be anything. It can be heart problem. It can be anything.
Knowing that?
Yes, exactly.
Knowing it could be a heart problem, you decided not to take her to seek medical attention?
I was not. That's what I said. That's why I said I failed. I felt it could be anything. If they are eating food high in sodium, which they were not. I don't put a lot of salt. You understand? It could be anything. But, that should have caught my attention.
And you're saying it happened on one hand. What caused the other hand? The injuries to the other hand? The other hand, yes.
At the faucet in the bathroom. That's why I wish you guys would have come to see. Because she had removed it and everything. I had to call them to fix it.
Was there a point in time where you had to put socks in her hands to keep from picking her?
I did. I covered and I put socks. She would remove. I would wrap, the curtains. I would wrap everything. Turn around, she would remove everything. Okay. I did her. If you see the one here, it started closing. I was wrapping. You guys with pictures. You see the box. I was wrapping, and her knees. She was falling. The knees was nothing, just a little abrasion, and then everything opened. She picked on. And I wrapped them. Whenever I finished wrapping them, everything is fine. Once I turn around, she removed them.
And how were you wrapping it?
With the curtex, and then with the paper tape.
Okay. All right. So, was there ever a time that you used paper tape to make Samaya stand up near the chair?
Paper tape would not hold Maya. You know what paper tape is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I didn't have just a little roll. No.
Okay. All right.
Maya was not bad as. She was not a bad child. You understand? I would never tell them that. They all have their ups and downs. You understand what I'm saying? I can say that, she was trying to cope with them. Mm-hmm. And then, because they were already with me, those three, and she had just him, she's trying to blend in, and then, so sometimes she can create, but she was not a bad child.
I don't know if I mentioned this before, but what made you become a foster parent? Like, what made you want to adopt the children or become a foster parent?
Because I wanted to adopt them. That's why I became a foster parent. Because I loved them. I wanted them. You understand what I'm saying? Because I didn't want them to go. Because they were with me for like 4 years. No, 2 years. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
So when I heard that they're going to adoption, I said, okay, you know what? I said, Claude, you know what? I'm not going to let them go. Because they're already mine. I'm keeping them. Mm-hmm. And I never said they were adopted. Okay. They are my kids. Mm-hmm. And that's when I went and took the class for 6 weeks. really, you understand what I'm saying? But I failed because I didn't know how to deal with this population, and then I thought what I was doing was okay, but it was not okay. But I didn't use no Martinet. I don't even have a Martinet.
Well,
Yeah.
I never did say you did.
No, you were saying Martinet.
I was just, again, I was just mentioning some things that people use to discipline their kids.
Yeah. I heard of Martinet, but never seen a Martinet in my life.
No. I wasn't born in
Online.
Haiti, but...
You saw Martinet here?
Oh, yeah.
And just to clarify, when you took the training to adopt the children and you got certified and you passed all your courses, they did tell you that corporal punishment was prohibited, which means you can't do it.
Yeah. I didn't do it to my kids. What would I have done? You understand what I'm saying?
Right. But you did do it.
I did, but not to the extent that you guys thought I did it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for example, Jovan, if somebody hit Jovan, I'll know. Jovan would never want to go to that person's house. You understand what I'm saying? Because I never hit Jovan. You understand what I'm saying? But certain things, I should never throw shoes on them. You understand? I should never, pinch her. You understand what I'm saying? So I did take the course. Yeah, I'm not going to negate that. You understand what I'm saying? But all those things, me.
Right. Is there anything else you want to tell me?
That's it, I guess.
All right. We'll be back.
Can I be?
I know that we spoke a lot about Tanaya. Tanaya, TT, Tanaya.
Tanaya.
All right. I just wanted to see. This is Ayana. Okay. Ayana, do you know how these injuries occurred to her hand?
Remember I told you, first of all, Anna was having a lot of fight at the school. And plus the blinds. Okay. One time when she had fights in the school, she had a fight in OBCB, but too bad the assistant principal is not there anymore to let you know. When she had a very bad fight with this guy, that's when she had these.
At what school?
Hubert
Sibley?
Sibley, yeah.
And who was the assistant principal, do you remember?
He was I forgot he has a long name, but he's not there anymore.
Okay. What's his name?
He has a long name, Scap or something, but he went to jail. He was on the news last year for child porn.
I don't recall that situation happening.
Hubert Sibley?
Hubert Sibley, yeah, he was the assistant principal.
So you're saying that injury happened, and what year did she go to Hubert Sibley?
From 2014 to 2017.
Okay.
Was she suspended?
No, they didn't suspend because of me.
So it should be documented then at the school?
Yeah.
Okay. These lines are straight. This is what I was telling you earlier about linear marks.
Okay.
Where something with a straight edge, like this, came from like a belt or something straight in the child. Do you recall that incident on her arm? Have you ever had to spank Ayana with the belt?
No, I don't spank Ayana with the belt. I just fuss at her.
Okay. Do you recall how this injury occurred?
I didn't even know Ayana hit this on her arm.
Alright. And this is what's considered a loop mark. Which is what I was telling you earlier about being struck with either extension cord.
No. What is her?
That's her stomach. That's her belly button.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah.
Okay. Because this type of mark, if anybody in the healthcare profession saw this mark, they will automatically know that this is from some type of.
Yeah.
Okay. So this occurred while she was with you.
I understand.
Okay. So, like I said, it would have had to occur from some type of loop. That's why they call it a loop mark. An extension cord that's folded up, a belt, something that has like a rounded end, something that would leave this kind of mark.
Yep.
Don Clippinger?
Yeah. Clippinger, yeah.
Okay, you were saying, you recall? You recall how this occurred?
No. I didn't even know she had this on her abdomen. That's up here.
Because you can see the belly button real clear. This is her stomach.
I know, but because the way it was positioned,
Okay.
you know, it's hard to, yeah, right here.
Right. Okay. So, like I said, this had to have occurred while she was in your care.
Did you have the picture before she came?
We have medical records prior to her coming to you, and no one anywhere said that she had any type of loop marks on her body.
Did you see the pictures before she came? That's my question to you.
What do you mean by the pictures before she came?
What
I'm saying is there's nothing that's documented that these injuries were on her body before she got to you. This occurred in your custody.
Okay.
So I'm asking you, do you recall beating her with a belt, extension cord, or anything that would cause this loop mark?
I don't know if when she was having the fight with the belt at the school.
A belt fight at the school?
Yeah.
Okay, like I said, anyone in the health care profession, which is what you're administrative at a school, the duty to report, if there was some type of injury that was caused like this, that would leave this kind of mark, they would have a duty to call it in and report it. So this would have been documented. So this happened in your care, and it was not documented.
Okay.
Which means?
That I understand.
Okay, so you know what I'm saying. Did you spank her with the belt or hit her with a shoe or hit her with an extension cord or anything that was
when she was having the fight with the belt at the school. You understand what I'm saying? Because they were fighting.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. If she received this injury at the school would have had a duty to report it. She would have had to receive some type of medical care. They would have had to document that she had this injury from there.
They called me right away, but I don't think they checked her body.
So how do you know she was hit with the belt here on her stomach?
I said maybe, since it's a loophole from the belt, I said when she was having the fight with the belt. When she was having the fight with the guy, with the little boy, they both were fighting.
Okay. They were both fighting with the belt.
Yeah, she removed. That's why I had to remove. I had to throw all the belts away. She was without belt, but she threw her belt off. She took off her belt, and the guy. They were like hitting each other. They had a big fight. Like security couldn't stop the fight. They had to call the assistant principal. And on the phone calling me, I said I'm coming. And when I got there, she was like, "You understand what I'm saying?" And I'm like, and she's not my mother. You can call her anyway. And then the Clippinger. You may say, of course she's not your mother. If she was your mother, you wouldn't behave, such a. But I don't know if she acquired this when she was fighting with the boy.
Okay. And that's what I'm telling you. If she received an injury from fighting with the boy at school, on school grounds, they would have had to report it. Before they would have called you, they would have got medical attention for this.
He was calling me while he was.
No, I'm saying before they would have called you, they would have had this.
But they didn't check. They didn't check her body.
So you're saying that this didn't cause her any injury or pain, that she would have told them that she was injured right here? It's a permanent scar that's on her stomach.
Because I know they were fighting with the belt, so they didn't check her body because I got there exactly after the fight.
Okay. So what injuries did she have then?
She didn't have any injuries. She didn't tell me she had any injuries.
Right. So how do we know, or can we say that this happened at the school?
I don't know, because when you say it might be a belt,
right?
So I'm telling you, the only time there was an incident with the belt when she had the fight with the boy, with the belt.
An elementary school student and her were fighting with the belt.
Here to it.
And she's fully dressed at school, and now she has an injury that's underneath her clothing to her stomach like that?
This was the only incident I can recall with the belt. Okay, so I would not, put her naked, with the.
Okay.
That's the only incident I recall. It was a bad fight.
So when she had that bad fight at the school and involved the belt, and you had to throw out the belt. So wait, did you maybe show her that this is how the belt feels and you shouldn't fight with the belt and hit her with it?
I just threw everything away, all her belts. I didn't touch her with the belt.
And then this is the small of her back.
That's the allergic reaction to the soap. I told you, Maya had the front and she had her back, and she also had her arms too. Ayana.
Okay.
And she was itching.
Okay.
And Ayana is the oldest one, right?
She's the oldest one. Anything to show on Papa? You don't have Papa's pictures.
Yeah, I do have Papa's pictures, but I don't think there was anything
Significant.
Okay, let's get back in. Do you know of anything that I should be looking for on Papa?
I don't know.
No, I'm saying
Because I told you two spot here and her someplace in her abdomen, in his abdomen.
On Papa. Let me see.
Do you have them?
I have a couple of pictures of Papa. But not many.
Do you need me to organize these pictures for you?
I just have copies all over the place. But thank you. I hand them toward the back because it really wasn't that many. Marty. Alright, this is who you're calling Papa. This is
Melvin.
Melvin.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying he has an injury on his forehead?
Right here.
And what is that from?
Falling.
Okay. They all have injuries in the same spot.
He fell.
Okay, all three of them fell in the same spot on their forehead.
They fell forward and then he busted his head.
Okay. And that's a more close-up picture of it. I think that's the only one I have of him.
Because he was getting ready to go to school and he was running and he tripped and he fell.
Okay.
And that happened 2016, that fall.
Okay. All right. One second. Okay, Mr. Emmanuel, if you can go ahead and stand up for us, please. Go ahead and turn around and face the wall. Put your hands up there. I'm going to have to pat you down. Okay? That's what I just asked you, sweetheart. You said you didn't have to go. We'll do it when we get over there, baby. So, no. That's not start.
Can I use the bathroom?
No.
Let me use the bathroom. Let me use the bathroom.
Why do you have to use the bathroom now? I just asked you if you had to go to the bathroom.
Can I use the bathroom? Can I talk to you? I want to talk to you.
I don't want to talk anymore, sweetheart.
I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you.
Please.
I want to talk to you.
What do you want
I want
to
to talk to you. Would you please close the door and let me talk to her?
Oh, we gotta go now. We gotta know. We had plenty of time to talk to us.
Can I use the bathroom?
I'm not going to take you to the bathroom now. When we get to the jail, I'll let you go straight to the bathroom.
Why are we going to the jail?
Turn around, sweetheart. Turn around. Put your hands up there.
Where's my son?
Your son is with DCF, I believe. I think you spoke to them earlier and they were going to take him home.
I didn't speak to nobody.
Okay. So that you know, you're being charged with child abuse and child neglect for not seeking the medical care for the children.
Charge of religion, I can stay in Burma.
And then causing some injury to the children. And then it'll be home now.
On April 14, 2025, after years of delays and a trial that lasted only days, the jury in Miami-Dade County returned its verdict. Gina Emmanuel, once trusted as a nurse and a mother, was convicted of first-degree murder in the death of 7-year-old Samaya, along with 2 counts of aggravated child abuse. 2 weeks later, in a quiet but tense courtroom, Judge Christina Miranda sentenced Emmanuel to life in prison. She showed no emotion as the words were read, offering no apology, no sign of remorse. But the silence was broken by the voices of those who had suffered most. 18-year-old Ayana, the eldest surviving sister, looked directly at the woman who had adopted her and said, "Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. I wish you well in hell." Her words carried the weight of years of pain, cutting through the courtroom like a blade. Samaya's grandfather, Robert Gordon, fought back tears as he admitted he thought about inflicting pain on Emmanuel every day, a reflection of the anger and grief that would never truly leave. For the family, there was no victory, only the knowledge that Emmanuel would never walk free again. Samaya's life had been stolen in silence, her suffering hidden until it was too late. But in the end, the truth was told, and justice was finally done. Gina Emmanuel will spend the rest of her life behind bars, while the memory of Samaya lives on as a haunting reminder of the cruelty that ended her short life. If you found this video informative, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel, as it really helps support our work and allows us to continue covering important stories like this one. Thank you.